Money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Dear Autumn, fall into great value in a new Toyota, like the tough-as-nails Tacoma, the sleek all-hybrid Camry, or the versatile RAV4. Find yours today. Toyota, let's go places.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs playoff baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
It's Pete Crow Armstrong.
Gone! 3-run homer, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer. This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Arturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer with the Cubs versus Padres in Game 3 of the National League Wild Card Series.
Welcome to Chicago Cubs baseball elimination game, Game 3 of the National League Wild Card Series between the Cubs and the Padres. My partner just kicked the game off with a strike. He threw out the first pitch today. Hall of Famer Pat Hughes. A glorious October day here at Wrigley. You couldn't get any better. We all got here this afternoon. The neighborhood was packed. The ballpark is packed. It's elimination day, as we said, and it doesn't get any better. Got the chance to talk to some of the guys on the Cubs ball club. You could feel the adrenaline of everybody playing today. It's just one of those days that the Wrigley Field crowd, the Cubs, and everything will be volume on high. 77 degrees here on a perfect day at Wrigley. Few clouds, but just absolutely perfect. Two starters today in the ball game. It will be Yu Darvish, the ex-Cub. He was 5-5 this season with a 5.38 in 72 innings. He only had 15 starts, had some issues with his elbow throughout the year. For the Cubs, Jameson Taillon, 11-7. And as David just told you in the pregame show, has been pitching very well. 3.68 ERA for JMO. We are almost ready for game time. That makes it the perfect time for a flight by Yingling at just 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and packed with flavor. Flight is the next generation of light beer from the oldest brewery in America. Look for Flight wherever you buy beer. This is the Score in the Southwest Airline Cubs Radio Network. We will be right back with Game 3.
Chicago Cubs postseason baseball talk is on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Cubs just about ready to take the field. They're waiting on Jamison Tyone. He will be the guy that leads the ball club out onto the field for Game 3 elimination game. We'll go through the lineups for the San Diego Padres. Fernando Tatis will lead off in right field. Arise will play first base. He will hit second. Machado will play third base and bat third. Morel will be in center field. He will bat cleanup for the Padres. Bogarts will be at short. O'Hearn will be the designated hitter. And if it sounds familiar, it is. Both lineups are exactly the same as the first two ball games. Gavin Sheets is in left field to start the game. Cronenworth at second base for the Padres. And Freddie Fermin will be catching. Patrick, Darvish on the bump. We're very familiar. And boy, I'm telling you, you threw a strike, partner. That was pretty good.
I ran upstairs a little bit out of breath, Ron. But what a great crowd just to stand out there and see all of the faces and feel the enthusiasm is a great experience.
Yeah, it's the adrenaline rush of playoff baseball and being out there, and you look around and, you know, they're all looking at you, aren't they? And you threw a strike. That was impressive, buddy.
Thanks to Jordan Wicks, the catcher. He came out and said, right on the corner.
Yeah. I saw the fist pump after the pitch.
We are ready for baseball. Game 3, the National League Wild Card Series. The winner will play Milwaukee in the National League Division Series beginning on Saturday. And it's already getting hard to hear ourselves through our headsets, Ron, because of the deafening noise.
Wow.
Jim Belushi, actor, entertainer on the field, getting people even more fired up.
Yeah, as if they needed it. But Jimmy, a huge Cub fan, a friend of our booth, been there many times, and he wasn't going to miss playoff baseball here at Wrigley.
Fans standing, and I would suspect a lot of these fans are going to be standing for the majority of the 9 innings today.
Today's one of those days. You know, when we would joke throughout the year of get comfortable, it could be a long game. There's no comfortable about this. It's stand and cheer and try to win a ball game.
All hands on deck. Do or die. Lots of cliches in a game like this, but they all apply. We are ready to go. Jamison Tyone, the veteran. This is only his second career postseason start. He started a game for the Yankees a few years back, and he suffered a loss, but that was many years ago with a different team. Tyone this season, 11-7, ERA of 3.68 for the Cubs in the rotation. And here comes the first pitch to Fernando Tatis. Pop fly foul off to the right, and it's going to be out of play. Ron, the shadow line was a factor in the first two games, But today, a little later start, and right now, both the mound and the plate are in the shade.
I think that definitely helps the hitter.
Tatis swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, 0-2.
And I also believe, in just taking my glasses off here, it's not nearly as bright in the sun as it was in game one. That was the worst. Right now, shouldn't be all that bad for the hitters at home plate.
0-2 pitch, slow curveball, swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back off-speed pitches from the veteran right-hander. And that's out number 1. And the batter is Luis Arraez.
Boy, is that a good sign. J-Mo making his pitches right away. Craig Counsell in the pregame show with David was talking about J-Mo just being him and being able to execute what he does best. We're seeing it right here at the beginning of the broadcast.
Arraez takes a strike. He's a left-handed batter and a very good hitter, .292 during the regular season. Left-handed batter, open stance. He'll lay off a high fastball, 1-1. What are some of the keys for Jameson Taillon in your mind, Ron?
First of all, command of his fastball. When he has command of his fastball, everything goes off of that pitch.
Change up away, 2-1.
He has done excellent work throughout the year against left-handed hitters. He has a great feel for his backdoor breaking ball to the lefties. If that pitch is working with 5 lefties in the lineup, that will be very big for Jameson Taillon today.
Fastball, late swing, foul back by Arraez. .76 degrees. Breeze blowing out toward left. Not a big wind, but it will give a ball some carry. Here comes the 2-2 to Arraez. Fouled away. Arraez, very quick hands. Just able to reach out at the last second and poke that ball up against the screen.
Yeah, very little movement as a hitter. Very short, compact swing. Great barrel to ball ability.
Here's the 2-2. Lashed foul off to the left and out of play. Starting lineups brought to you by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. 76 degrees, very pleasant. Thin cloud cover overhead. No chance for rain. And now the 2-2. Fouled away again, 3-2. I'll make it 2-2. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons.
J-Mo tried to get that last fastball inside, and it just ran over middle of the plate, but it was right at the top of the strike zone. Rice could not get on top of that fastball.
The 2-2 fly ball, center field, playable for Crow Armstrong, backpedaling to the track, makes the catch right in front of the vines. And that's out number 2. If that ball is any indication, Ron, the ball is definitely going to carry to left and left center today.
I made a point of sitting right here and watching both teams take batting practice today. There's been a little bit of a wind change from the first 2 ball games with the wind blowing towards the left field foul pole. The ball was flying in batting practice to center, and left field.
Manny Machado will take a strike. Machado 1 for 7 in the first 2 games, but it was a big one, a 2-run homer yesterday in the Padres 3-0 win. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball is down low, 1-1. Taillon finished the regular season very strongly. Gave up just 2 runs in his last 19 innings of work. The 1-1. Fastball called strike 2. DJ Rayburn calling balls and strikes. Todd Tishner working at first. Mike Malinsky at second. Ben May at third. Here comes the 1-2 to Machado. Breaking ball, check swing, no swing. It just missed. What a good pitch that was.
Just missed at the knees, outside corner by probably the width of a baseball.
Listen to these fans at Wrigley. The 2-2. Driven toward right center. Crow Armstrong is there. Makes a sliding backhanded catch. Good play by Pete. Padres go 1-2-3 after a half. Padres nothing. Cubs coming up. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Right now, for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson or the Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end November 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey, Coom here. Fall in the Midwest. It doesn't get much better. Cooler nights, crisp days, and yes, postseason baseball. Whether you're gathering around the fire, tailgating with friends, or locked in every pitch, there's one beer that fits the moment. Yuengling Traditional Lager. Rich, smooth, and brewed with real character by the oldest brewery in America. Lager is perfect this time of year. Yuengling Traditional Lager, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules. Oh, yeah! That couldn't have been. Macho Man Randy Savage indeed. Yeah, a.k.a. you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver. Oh, yeah? Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Fans know a steal when they see one, like tuxedos and suits from Suits 2020 at Niles. Why rent when you can own one for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
Chicago Cubs.
The Tigers have taken a 6-1 lead with James Hardy 7 over the Guardians in Cleveland. Looking to close out that best-of-3 series in the AL wildcard. Wow, 6-1 Tigers in the 7th.
Thanks to David Haw for the update. We go to the bottom of the first inning, no score. Jamison Tyone worked a 1-2-3, and now the former Cub, Yu Darvish, starting for San Diego, 39 years old. Did not have a great year. Had some elbow issues. Michael Busch leads it off. First pitch to Michael. Fastball is in there for a strike. Darvish for the year, Ron, was a very average 5-5 with a 5.38 ERA.
Yeah, as you said, a couple different times on the injured list with, tendonitis in his elbow.
Here comes the 0-1, swinging a bouncing ball toward right field. Base hit! Michael Busch found the opening between Cronenworth and Arise. He didn't hit it sharply, but sometimes, Ron, you got to break if you hit it in the exact right spot.
Yeah, this ball's hit. Bushy gets on top of this ball and hits it with a lot of topspin. The ball hits in the dirt in front of home plate instead of the grass. It hits the dirt, so it takes off. If it hits in the grass, it probably checks up a little bit. Cubs with their first hit of the ballgame.
No score, a man at first, nobody out. Nico Horner, the batter. Checks his swing. That's going to be a strike. Breaking ball fooled him. It's 0-1. Horner 3 for 7 in the series. Had a series of good at-bats. Even his outs were hard-hit balls.
Yesterday, lined one off the pitcher's foot, went right to the first baseman, Rice for an out, and then he hit the key ball down the right field line that Tatis made a great play in the corner.
Crowd quiet all of a sudden. The 0-1 pitch rolled to short, scooped up by Bogarts, goes to second, one over to first, not in time. Nico out in front of a breaking ball, hit it off the end of the bat, a slow grounder. They get Busch on the 6-4 fielder's choice. Horner hustling as always, safe easily at first. No score, one away, a man at first, and the batter, Ian Happ.
For Cubs hitters today against Darvish, you have to expect to see a lot of breaking balls from Darvish. He still can rush it up there 93, maybe 94, but he's going to throw slider, curveball, split finger, a lot of off-speed stuff from Darvish.
Fastball strike to Ian Happ. Ian in his career has 13 at-bats against Darvish, a man against whom he is 2 for 13. Switch hitter batting left-handed, powder blue batting gloves on either hand. Fastball away, 1-1. Darvish making his 14th career postseason start. But he has not been great in the postseason. 5-7 in his career with a 3.70 ERA. Now the 1-1. Happ swings and misses. Another off-speed delivery.
A little breaking ball, middle of the plate, but just down. That had pretty good late movement on it. Ian fouled it right back into Fermin.
Darvish, a real veteran. Ron, you and I were talking about him earlier. 39 years old. He was with the Cubs for a few years. He is ready now for the 1-2. No score first inning. Toss to first. Not in time. What are some of the things you would be thinking about if you were batting against him?
Before you get to that, I thought he balked. He did not even cut. I think he got his spikes caught. He did not step at all towards first. I would be, if I was facing Darvish in today's ball game as a right-handed hitter, I would be looking for cutter speed.
Happ swings and misses. Strike three at a pretty good fastball. That was 95 mph. And that's out number 2. No score. The batter is Kyle Tucker.
Padres scouts have been here for a while, and so obviously they have been heating Happ up at the top of the zone the entire series.
Happ still hitless now, 0 for 9 with 6 strikeouts. As Tucker stands in, the big left-handed batter takes outside.
But from Darvish to the lefties, you're looking at fastball, either throws a lot of sinkers now instead of the four-seamer. So far today, though, that has not been the case. He has thrown the best fastball has been a four-seamer, and you're going to see the split from him as a lefty.
Tucker hits one in the air, foul off to the left. Again, that breeze blowing toward left and left center. We've seen Tucker go to the opposite field a few times this year. The right fielder, Tatis, continues to keep his glove up and measure where the sun is in relation to where he is.
Nico with a good lead at first.
He's running, and the pitch, check swing, no swing, throw to second base, safe at second base. The Padres may challenge. Very good throw by Fermin. Head first slide by Horner, close play. Safe is the initial call, and they might challenge that.
San Diego's challenging the safe call at second base.
Wow, first inning, they're challenging this. They might be right, too. The tag, I want to say it again, the tag hits Nico in the left shoulder, and I think this is going to be overturned, Pat. I think Nico is going to be out at second base, and the inning's going to be over.
This will not take much time. He is definitely going to be out, I think. It was an immediate reaction from the people in the video room for the Padres. They got the word to the manager, let's go ahead and challenge right away. And when that is the case, Ron, many times it's a clear-cut play, and he's going to be out.
The call in the field is overturned. The runner's out. San Diego is saying both challenge.
So there you have it. 2-6 on the caught stealing. Whenever there is a manager challenge involving instant replays, they take a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. No runs, 1 hit, none left. After 1-0 game, Cubs and Padres on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. Trusted by homeowners on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, they can give your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. They also know how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Imagine having your skull detached from your spine to save you from paralysis. When Phil came to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, his spine was digging into his brainstem, but our team developed a plan to rebuild his spine.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is pioneering treatments for the toughest conditions. Incredibly, Phil was walking just days after surgery.
As Phil's nurse, I'm proud to be on a team that's changing lives.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
The rumors are true. Assigned seating is coming to Southwest Airlines, so you can choose your seat not when you board.
I can sit with my family?
If you want.
But I need the window seat.
You get that window seat.
Excuse me, what if I'm really tall?
Congrats. We also have extra legroom seats.
Doesn't every airline do assigned seating?
They do now. Assigned seating is coming to Southwest. Expected to begin early 2026. Learn more at southwest.com/assigned seating. Basic fare excluded from seat selection and booking.
Hey, Cubs fans, to clinch a spot in history for your business in Bedford Park, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Our second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are.
Thanks to David Haw, we go to the second inning. 0-0 game. Jamison Tyone worked a 1-2-3 first. Again, almost all of the infield, all the grass on the infield now is in the shade. As Jackson Merrill leads it off, the left-handed batter takes a strike. Only the dirt portion on the right side of the infield is in the sun. Right field is the sun field, and center. Well, the left field line and left field in the shade. Off-speed pitch is high, 1-1. Lights have been turned on early in the afternoon, having only a minimal effect at this point. And the 1-1. Merrill swings and misses at a good change. What do you like on 1 and 2, Ron?
I think you got a couple options if you're J-Mo. His best pitch down that last pitch was a change. He likes to go to the backdoor hook for strike 3.
Try to change up on 1 and 2 and missed low and away. 2 and 2. Tyone, big, strong right-hander, one of the team leaders. Here's the 2-2. Off-speed pitch, strike 3 called. Merrill throws on the cutter, and he's caught looking. Strikeout number 2 for Jamison Tyone. And the batter is Xander Bogaerts.
Now, this is that backdoor breaking ball we were talking about. He starts it out off the plate away and brings it back to the outside corner. He has as good a command as that pitch as anybody I've seen in baseball.
Bogaerts, 3 for 8 in the series. Right-handed batter, swings and misses. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers, sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Cubs wearing their home white uniforms, the blue pinstripes all over, blue hats, helmets, numbers, socks. All of those are dark blue. The Padres in their traveling brown unis, brown numbers trimmed in gold, brown helmets, sleeves, and socks. Now the 1-1 to Bogaerts. Fastball is high, 2-1. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Beautiful off-speed pitch. Would you double up on that one?
You certainly could. I think for all the hitters, the adrenaline right now, is just something, it's elimination game. Everybody's adrenaline is at the peak height, and J-Mo has been able to spin his breaking ball and command it. It's been outstanding.
Now the 2-2, a little bit low. So in a pressure-packed game like this, players might be a little more vulnerable to the changeup?
I would think absolutely. Yep. The more you can slow the game down as a hitter, the better off you are.
3-2 pitch, high pop fly, left center. Going out, Swanson backpedaling and giving way to the oncoming Happ. And Ian Happ makes the catch, and that's out number 2. Tyone has set down the first 5 Padres. 0-0 game, and the batter is Ryan O'Hearn.
Well, great pitches, great sequence of pitches by Tyone. He's mixed up the back and forth of speed with good location so far. And Bogaerts has been squaring the ball up, and he got him just pop it up.
O'Hearn will take a strike. I loved what Jamison said when the reporters were asking him, what do you think about pitching in this big game? He said, that's what I'm here for. Ground ball into right off the glove of a diving Horner. It's a ground ball single into right by Ryan O'Hearn. First base runner for San Diego, and it brings up Gavin Sheets.
Yeah, it's one of those things when you talk to a veteran player who's been through a lot of big league baseball, you know, he made the comment today, it's harder for me not to be playing than playing. I absolutely understand for JMO. You know, he wants to be out on that mound. I think it's a great thing that he is able to take the ball here in this elimination game.
Sheets will take a strike. And as a young man, Tyone went through a battle with cancer. He's had Tommy John surgery. So he has certainly had some tough times. Here comes the 0-1 to Gavin Sheets, left-handed batter. It's just outside 1-1.
Tough play of the game. We just had one right there. Nico lays out and just couldn't quite get there. Sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough.
Scoreless game, second inning. 2 down, a man at first. Swing and a miss. Another nice change of pace.
That's been outstanding so far between the changeup and the breaking ball. Very good.
Listen to these fans at Wrigley. And the 1-2. Just outside. Boy, that didn't miss by much.
You can't throw it in a better spot and not get a call to strike. That just missed the corner down and away by the seams of a baseball.
Now the 2-2. Poke foul off to the left, out of play. Camp Time temperature brought to you by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts. Four Seasons. No score, second inning. And the 2-2 to Sheets. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Change-up got him. Tyone has put 2 zeros on the board. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. 0-0 game on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
You're listening to Cubs Playoff Baseball on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Sloan has been providing restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years, and we're proud to now expand into the concourse with our brand new bottle fillers that provide clean drinking water for Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at Sloan.com.
In baseball, the numbers are pretty simple. 4 bases, 3 outs, 2 teams, 1 winner. Well, my friends at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha make the numbers pretty simple too. With the latest incentives and a great selection of new and pre-owned models, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha will knock it out of the park. And they'll never inflate their prices based on availability. Take the short drive north and visit your one-stop shop for everything Subaru, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Shop online 24/7 at ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Walner Law helped me get the compensation that I deserve.
Walner Law helped me get back on my feet.
Thanks to Walner Law, I'm at a better place today.
Walner Law cares for you. We're compassionate. We're empathetic to your situation. And I promise you, I will get you more money than any other law firm in the city of Chicago. That is my promise to you. Hire us, win with us, be successful with us. Call us at Walner Law, 312-8-million.
FinishingChicago.com for the industry's best drywall finishing, wall covering, glass systems, signage, and painting contractors. Rely on FinishingChicago.com.
Northwestern Wildcats return to Wrigley Field Saturday, November 22nd to host the Minnesota Golden Gophers in the Wildcats Classic. Purchase tickets now at Cubs.com/football. Update from Cleveland. 8th inning, Tigers still 6-1 over the Guardians.
Thanks, David. David pinch hitting for Zach Zaidman. Zach observing a religious holiday on this Thursday as Kyle Tucker will be up there leading off the second inning. He was up there when it was a corner caught stealing to end the first. So Tucker with a fresh at-bat leading off the inning takes a strike. 0-0 game. Tucker 1 for 7 in the first 2 games. Outfield deep and straight away. Curveball is outside. Defensive alignment brought to you by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Yu Darvish, the veteran right-hander, brings it 1-1. Line drive, base hit to right down the line. Over to pick it up is Tatis. It's a leadoff single for Kyle Tucker. Kyle with a single. Looked like he got a little jam. Didn't get all of it, Ron, but dropped it into a good spot right down the right field line.
Yeah, this ball not quite squared up, but hit it in the right spot as that ball is running away from him. But you got to like Cubs with a couple of hits already. And now, one of the guys that's been red hot for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki, coming up with a guy on. You like seeing him come to the plate with men on.
Seiya and Yu Darvish, both natives of Japan, which just adds a little extra spice to this matchup. Suzuki, 32 home runs and 103 RBIs in the regular season. Swings in, hits a fair ball down the left field line. It bounces off the sidewall. Racing to third is Tucker. It's a double for Suzuki. Runners at second and third, nobody out.
When Suzuki is at his best, he's aggressive. He goes to home plate looking to swing. He got a pitch he could handle, inside heater, and whistles this ball right down the line. Padres catch a break that this ball hits the sidewall and kicks out instead of going into the corner. If it goes into the corner, Tucker scores easily. With 2 men on and nobody out.
Great scoring chance. Second and third, nobody out. Padres keep the infield back. And here's Carson Kelly. If you're batting, Ron, what are you thinking here?
You check out the infield. They are not playing the infield in. Arise at first is playing in. The one thing you want to do is shoot a ball the other way at best. Ground ball, fly ball to Tatis, but the other way. There's an issue, though. Tucker at third base with the calf. Is he going to be able to score on a medium deep fly ball? That's the issue.
Now the home plate umpire goes out to talk with Yu Darvish. DJ Rayburn. I was giving you the umpires. The left field line umpire is Eric Bacchus. Corey Blazer, the right field line umpire. Todd Tishner, the crew chief, working at first. Mike Malinsky at second. Ben May at third. And DJ Rayburn calling balls and strikes. Listen to this crowd at Wrigley. Carson Kelly had a big home run in game 1. From the stretch, Darvish delivers. Fastball low. This is the first time either team has had a man in scoring position in this game. Kelly, 3 for 10 lifetime against Yu Darvish. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
That's the pitch. I know the adrenaline is flowing right now. That inside 2-seamer off the plate is the one you got to take if you can. You're really looking for that ball going away from you so you can advance the runner and maybe drive them both in with a ball to right center.
Kelly takes inside and gets hit by the pitch. He got hit by the pitch, and this loads the bases with nobody out. And Pete Crow Armstrong is coming up.
Now that's, after the pitch that Kelly swung at, the inside 2-seamer, you knew Darvish was going to stay in there with that pitch, but it just got away from him enough to hit Kelly. I'll tell you this, Pat. Hit by pitches in the ribs and the elbow and that, they don't quite hurt as much on elimination day as they do in July. I can promise you that.
Or April when it's 38 degrees. Right. Ruben Niebla is the pitching coach for the Padres. He is out to talk with Yu Darvish. The Cubs leadoff man in the first inning, by the way, always brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. If a Cub leadoff hitter gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Pete Crow Armstrong ready to step in. If you could give him one or two sentences of advice, what would it be?
Take the first strike. I would say make Darvish throw you a strike before your at-bat starts with thinking of swinging. That has been the MO for San Diego in this series in Game 1 and in Game 2. They have not thrown him strikes.
Infield back, bases loaded, nobody out, no score. Pete takes a changeup in the dirt. Low and away, that's ball one.
That really helps Pete that was basically a non-competitive pitch.
Right.
Because now you're not swinging at that, and it gives you a chance to just take a breath and slow things down a little bit.
Bases full of Cubs. Tucker at third, Suzuki at second, Kelly at first. Here's the 1-0. A swing and a line drive, center field, shallow. That's going to be a base hit. Everyone moves up 90 feet. Cubs lead 1-0. The ball gets away, but runners will hold. 1-0. Pete Crow Armstrong, a bloop single into left center. Cubs lead 1-0. Still nobody out.
This won't get talked about much, when you talk about big plays in a game. But the first pitch to Pete being a non-competitive pitch, he gets to take one and really kind of slow things down for himself. Now Darvish 1-0 at the bases loaded, nobody has to throw him a strike, and he did. And Pete dumps it into left center field for a base hit.
I keep checking the scoreboard to see if the bullpen might get started. When you're a manager, you don't wait very long in one of these elimination games. If a guy doesn't have it, you go get it.
Yeah, it's not going to take long, that's for sure.
And Mike Schultz,
look at this,
is going to go get him right now. And I still don't see anybody warming. I know somebody is warming up.
Wow.
In the bullpen. So Darvish goes 1+ inning. He is responsible for all 3 men on base and, of course, the 1 run. And he will lead. Pitching changes by the opposition. Sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com.
I know you threw a strike, but I didn't know they had the Superman vision going today. You already knew they had a guy warming up in the pen in the second inning. That's pretty good, partner.
But generally, if a manager makes a pitching change, there is somebody in the pen. That's
Hall of Fame thinking right there.
Years of experience, Ron. We'll be back in a moment. Cubs lead 1-0. Listen to this crowd. Second inning, bags loaded. Don't go away. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Dansby Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at Sloan.com and go Cubs go!
In St. Pete Clearwater, you can chill by the crystal clear Gulf.
And stroll downtown St. Pete's galleries and murals.
And hang with locals at a fishing pier.
And escape to secluded white sand beaches.
Secluded, huh?
Yeah, and they're spectacular.
And then grab a sandwich at the grouper capital of the world.
And maybe a nightcap at a rooftop bar with sunset views.
Okay. In St. Pete Clearwater, you'll find just what you're looking for.
And then some.
Your Florida escape begins at visitspc.com.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Dansby Swanson will face the new pitcher, Estrada. Swing and a miss. Infield is in about halfway. A run in the bank. Suzuki at third. Kelly at second. Pete Crow Armstrong at first. Pete's first career postseason RBI. And the pitch by Estrada. It's high to Swanson. Jeremiah Estrada getting the early call with nobody out in the second inning.
He is a guy with a big arm, good slider.
Swanson 2 for 6 in this series. Here comes the 1-1. Swinging a chopper foul. Dansby took the swing, but now it's 1-2.
Yeah, all sliders from Estrada to Dansby. Now you really have to put this ball in play. The defense is set up where Machado is going to go where the ball carries him. That's why he's playing about 5 steps behind the third base bag. If the ball carries him in front, he's going to go home. The middle infielders would like to turn too.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Estrada. And Swanson hits a chopper foul. Another off-speed delivery. A little slower pitch this time, Ron. It looked like maybe a splitter.
Yep, little split change. It's been slider, split from Estrada so far.
Swanson has provided pop to the bottom of the order all season. 24 home runs. He's driven in 77. The pitch in the dirt. Pretty good block by Fermin. Went down on both shin guards to smother that ball. It's 2-2. What are you looking for here?
I don't think they're going to make a mistake with a fastball. I think if Dansby does anything, he's got to get a breaking ball in the zone and stay back on.
Cubs lead 1-0. Looking for more. Bases loaded. Nobody out. And the 2-2. Very high. Ball 3. Fermin, the catcher, almost had to jump in the air to reach that ball. Listen to this crowd.
It almost looked like he got crossed up on that fastball.
And now time called. 3-2 on Swanson.
Wandy Peralta now warming up in the San Diego bullpen.
This amazing crowd. I think everyone in the ballpark is on their feet. Swanson trying to come through. Big spot. Bases loaded. Nobody out. And the pitch. It's high for ball 4. Cubs get a gift run. It's 2-0. Still nobody out. Pretty good plate appearance by Dansby. That was the patience of a veteran we just saw.
He spoiled 2 good breaking balls away and rolled them over foul. That was the key to the at-bat. It extended the at-bat, and then he didn't chase a couple pitches. Big at-bat, and now the Cubs need another big swing from Matt Shaw.
Here's the pitch to Matt. Swing and a miss. The helmet almost popped off his head on the force of that swing by the rookie third baseman.
I like that by Matty. He was cheating on the fastball. Estrada was fortunate that he threw it up high enough where Matty couldn't get on top of it.
Now the 0-1, and Shaw pokes it foul. Got to put it in play right here. What's the plan, Ron?
You just shorten up, and you're going to try to do exactly that. I would be surprised if he doesn't get a few pitches inside to try to get in on him.
Cubs leading 2-0. Still nobody out. Bases loaded. Michael Busch on deck. Matt Shaw waiting. And the 0-2 from Estrada. And it's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chased the ball away. Out number 1. And here comes Michael Busch.
All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Well, if you're a Cub fan, the guy you want hitting in the key spots is Michael Busch. He has been as hot as anybody in baseball the last 3 weeks of the season.
Infield is back. Here's the pitch. Off speed and down low. He has been wearing out right-handers here of late. No matter who it's been, he's been making very solid contact. Trying to give the Cubs a nice lead. It's already 2-0. Bases loaded, 1 away. Big spot. And the delivery. It's high for ball 2. Now that you have an advantageous count, what's the thinking?
You're looking for fastball. This is the guy the Cubs want in this spot hitting. If he gets a good pitch to hit, go ahead and cut it loose. He could get Rick Field to eruption mode if he blasts one here.
It's 2-0. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. A change of pace. Actually a splitter. It's now 2-1.
That is a really good pitch in a tough situation. and it was a strike in the zone.
Bush wearing blue batting gloves on either hand. Had 34 homers and drove in 90 this year. He hits one foul and out of play, and now it's 2-2.
Wish you a little tardy on that last fastball. Had a lot on it, 96, 97.
Kelly, the runner at third. Armstrong, Armstrong at second, and Swanson at first.
Pretty good sized gap in right center field.
Crowd using every ounce of support behind this Cubs ball club. It is absolutely an amazing atmosphere when the crowd gets this way. Two and two on Bush. Base is full of Cubs. Second inning, 2-0 Cubs lead with one down the pitch. Swinging a line drive down the right field line, foul. Out in front of an off-speed pitch, still 2-2.
Estrada hung that split finger. Bushy right on it, just pulled the trigger just a touch too soon.
Big hole on the left side of the diamond. The shortstop Bogart's directly behind the bag. And the 2-2 from Estrada. In the dirt, ball 3-2.
I could almost predicted that pitch was going to bounce. He was not going to hang another split finger, and he held it too long and bounced it.
Listen to this crowd. Nico Horner on deck. Michael Bush trying to come through. The 3-2 pitch. Instead, time called. Estrada backs away. Jeremiah Estrada just not quite ready to go to work. And he backed off the rubber. Fans in a frenzy right now. And the 3-2. Swinging a ground ball to first. Fielded by Arraez, goes to second. They get one, and the throw to first is a double play. Estrada covered the bag on the back end, and the Padres turn a huge double play, and that ends the inning. So the Cubs settle for 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 2, and at the end of 2, Cubs 2, Padres nothing. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs playoff baseball. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score.
The best way is to lower the carbon footprint of your business, manufacturing, or industrial facility is with mechanical insulation. Let the Heat and Frost Insulators and Illinois Regional Insulation Contractors perform an energy assessment on your facilities. With a simple energy assessment, they'll show you ways to save money and make your facilities greener. Mechanical insulation creates efficiency and saves money. It often pays for itself in less than a year with energy savings. For a list of skilled Illinois regional insulation contractors, visit local17insulators.com.
The Volvo XC90 is equipped with 7-seat versatility for surprise practice carpools, dynamic storage for when quick stops at the antique market turn into a whole new living room set, with Google built in for when you choose the road more exciting, and innovative technology and advanced safety features for all your precious cargo. The Volvo XC90, designed for life. Visit volvocars.com/US to learn more. Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
The rumors are true. Assigned seating is coming to Southwest Airlines, so you can choose your seat when you book, not when you board.
I can sit with my family?
If you want.
But I need the window seat.
You get that window seat.
Excuse me, what if I'm really tall?
Congrats. We also have extra legroom seats.
Doesn't every airline do assigned seating?
They do now. Assigned seating is coming to Southwest. Expected to begin early 2026. Learn more at southwest.com/assigned seating. Basic fare excluded from seat selection and booking.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Jake Cronenworth on deck for the Padres, and Who's on Deck brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. And over in Cleveland, the Tigers still leading 6-3, middle of the ninth.
So Cleveland facing elimination at home. Down to their last chance, as David Hall told us. Now Jamison Tyone has the lead to work with for the first time. 2-0 Cubs. Jake Cronenworth to lead it off. Left-handed batting second baseman. He'll take outside. In terms of overall game momentum run, it looked like the Cubs were going to get more than the 2 that they did score. So this is a very important half inning for J-Mo. And the fastball is down low, 2-0.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, you had bases loaded, nobody out, and you did get 2 runs. But, you know, that's playoff baseball. That's why it's so tough to win these games. It's a grind the whole ball game. Yeah.
You don't ever expect it to be an easy chore to win one of these final games where you win or you go home.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-1. Lifted to left, slicing foul, and back out of play. 2-2.
Another good fastball from J-Mo. 93 miles an hour so far with his heater. Speed Gun today, as always, all season long, has been powered by Xfinity. Your home field advantage brought to you by Xfinity. All your favorite teams, all in one place.
Cronenworth bounces one to second base, fielded by Horner, over to first, out number 1. Third straight inning that Tyone has retired the leadoff batter in the inning. Cubs lead 2-0, and the batter is Freddie Fermin.
Outstanding by Tyone so far in this ballgame with the change of speed. That has been just pitch he has been able to go to, whether it be the change, circle change, or the slider or the curveball. All 3 have been outstanding.
And the pitch to Fermin is a strike. Tyone, a veteran, experienced, looks very calm. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's in there for another called strike.
Perfect cutter at the knees on the outside corner.
Right-handed batting catcher Fermin, 2 for 7 in the series. The 0-2 pitch fouled away. Fernando Tatis on deck. He's a guy you'd like to face with nobody on base. Now the 0-2 from Tyone. Tyone now wants the catcher Kelly to go through the signs again. He does, and the 0-2. Bouncing ball to third, gloving it to Shaw. The toss across. That's in time. 2 down. Tyone has set down 8 of the first 9. And now he'll go to work on Fernando Tatis Jr.
Little meeting on the mound after that last ground ball. They're going to bring out a new pitch count device, but excellent breaking ball by Tyone to get the routine 2 hopper to Shaw at third. No, that one didn't work. Let's try this one.
Yeah, this is one of those games where you want to make sure everything is working properly.
That's right.
No time to be confused or uncertain about anything.
See, now Tyone's old enough to where he went with the signs, and so is Kelly, where,
sure,
the old 1 is a fastball. 2, that's breaking ball.
3, maybe a changeup.
Yeah, slider, wiggle, change. Yeah, those still could work.
Tatis swings and misses on a good breaking ball. Jamison with a lot of effective off-speed stuff early in this game. Tatis struck out to begin the ball game. He swings and misses. What do you like on 0-2?
Now you got options. To me, I gas him up again up high and not throw a strike to Tatis.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. A breaking ball got him. 3 shutout innings for Jamison Tyone. We go to the bottom of the third. Cubs 2, Padres nothing. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs playoff baseball. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Score.
Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
In St. Pete Clearwater, you can chill by the crystal clear Gulf.
And stroll downtown St. Pete's galleries and murals.
And hang with the locals at a fishing pier.
And escape to secluded white sand beaches.
Secluded, huh?
Yeah. And they're spectacular.
And then grab a sandwich at the grouper capital of the world.
And maybe a nightcap at a rooftop bar with sunset views.
Okay. In St. Pete Clearwater, you'll find just what you're looking for.
And then some.
Your Florida escape begins at visitspc.com.
Enjoy comfort all year. Fireplace and Chimney Authority offers expert chimney cleanings, gas fireplace service, and even grill maintenance. Keep your home safe and ready for any season. Your trusted local experts are at fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. You bet on the team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply.
Dear Autumn, fall into great value in a new Toyota, like the tough-as-nails Tacoma, the sleek all-hybrid Camry, or the versatile RAV4. Find yours today. Toyota, let's go places.
Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Talking Cubs playoff baseball, Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, 10 a.m. to 2 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
Time and temperature sponsored by Circuit Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circuit Sports app today. It is a lovely 77 degrees, and it is 5 o'clock in Chicago.
And Nico Horner will lead off the third, David, against Jeremiah Estrada.
Jeremiah Estrada, Pat and Ron, he is a former Cub draft pick from 2017, sixth rounder, highly motivated today because on his 25th birthday, November 1st, 2023, the Cubs released him. The Padres picked him up 5 days later, turned him into a high leverage relief pitcher.
And here he is in game 3 of this best of 3. Nico bounces one toward the middle, charging as Bogart's near second, gloving and throwing to first just in time to get a hustling Horner. And that's out number 1.
Like going at Nico with off-speed stuff here in these first 2 at-bats. That looked like a little split. Nico just a little out in front.
Cubs got their runs in the second. Heat Crow Armstrong with a bloop, run-scoring single, and Dansby Swanson a bases-loaded walk. Here's Ian Happ. Happ struggling in the series. Nothing for 9. He bounces one to first. That's foul. But Ian always has that power. He could go deep. He's got 23 home runs for the regular season. Drove in 79.
Wind still blowing out towards left, towards that foul pole. Ball's really going to carry to left field in this warmer weather here at Wrigley.
The 0-1 Happ hits a pop fly foul. Might be playable for the first baseman Arise. It is. And Happ is out number 2 on the foul pop fly. And the batter is Kyle Tucker.
Little split finger out and away. Ian tried to hook it and just hit it right off the end of the bat. Broke his bat.
Tucker had a soft single to right. That's what started the 2-run rally back in the second. Cubs leading 2-0 in bottom of inning number 3. The winner plays Milwaukee in the National League Division Series starting on Saturday. And that series will begin in Wisconsin. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Tucker waiting for Estrada, who works from the stretch and brings it. That's low and inside. It's 1-1. Let's see if he gets something to drive here on 1-1. Now the Padre right-hander delivers outside. It's 2-1.
Tuck saw that one pretty well. I was a little split finger away and didn't even think of offering it that split.
With 2 outs and nobody on, Ron, in spots like this, I always look for middle of the order guys to be thinking long ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And particularly in a game like this.
The 2-1. Tucker hits a looping line drive, base hit to left. He got jammed, able to muscle it over the head of Machado. Machado, the third baseman, playing where a shortstop normally deploys. It's a soft single for Tucker, and the batter is Seiya Suzuki.
Inside gas to Tuck. That was a bullet. Perfect pitch. Right in under the hands of the left-handed hitting Tucker, and he just inside out of that ball in the left field for another hit.
Seiya drilled a double. That was one of the key hits in that 2-run rally. It was between Machado and the third base line. Machado now kind of guarding that line as Seiya steps in. And Suzuki will take a strike. The wind at this moment, not a big factor. Ball might get an extra 5 or 10 feet of carry to left or left center. And as I say that, the wind picks up again. Now the 0-1. It's taken high for a ball, 1-1. The wind very changeable at Wrigley. Sometimes, Ron, it's that exact instant. What is the wind doing at the instant that you make contact that makes all the difference?
And as you pointed out, the wind changes all the time here at Wrigley Field.
The 1-1 off-speed pitch outside. Estrada thought he had that one in there. It's 2-1. What are you looking for here?
With Estrada right now, he has been able to throw his split finger when he wants for a strike and the fastball high. I always look for the fastball because Estrada.
Estrada bluffing a throw to first. He was not on the rubber at the time. Tatis blocking the sun with his glove out in right field. Right field is the tough sun field right now. Here's a swing and a foul back by Seiya, 2-2. Two down and a man at first. Cubs leading 2-0. The decisive and third game of this National League Wild Card Series. Tucker dancing at first, not going. There is strike 3 called on a breaking ball. And the Cubs don't score, so we go to the 4th inning. Cubs 2, Padres nothing. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs postseason baseball talk is on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
Chicago, the deals are heating up just like our baseball team. Right now at McGrath City Honda, drive home a certified pre-owned Honda with financing as low as 0.99% APR. That's right, 0.99%. Every certified Honda comes with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, roadside assistance, and the peace of mind only Honda can deliver. Hurry, this offer won't last as long as the 9th inning rally. Swing by McGrath City Honda right on Chicago's northwest side or visit us online at McGrathCityHonda.com.
Come see what's cooking in Des Moines, Iowa, where there's something for every taste. The crispy hash browns at Waveland Cafe, a sizzling bacon-glazed pork chop at Oak Park, the snap of a foot-long hot dog at an Cubs game, a 2-foot State Fair lobster roll that has cameras clicking and mouths watering. Hungry yet? Come to Des Moines and try everything. I guarantee you'll come back for seconds. Plan your foodie feast at CatchDesMoines.com, because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini for the Gilkey Window Company. I've been talking about these windows for 25 years. The Gilkey family has been making these windows for 45 years. They make, in my opinion, the best windows and doors you could put in your home. I put them in my home. You can do the same now during their summer special. Get $375 off each window, $1,000 off their really nice patio doors with no money down. Call 888-3-GILKEY. That's 888-3-GILKEY or visit Gilkey.com.
You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear, 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
The fourth inning is sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive debit card, member FDIC, EHL lender. Time for the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Tigers have eliminated the Guardians. They will advance to play the Mariners 6-3 final in Cleveland.
Two other games later on.
Red Sox and Yankees are later tonight. Yes, and the Reds have been eliminated by the Dodgers.
That was late last night. Right you are, David. Thank you. Luis Arise first up in the fourth inning against Jamison Tyone. He'll take a strike. Arise probably made the best contact of anybody. He flied to the warning track, and Crow Armstrong ran it down in the first. Changeup is outside, 1-1. Machado on deck, and then Merrill. Now the late afternoon shadows arriving. Only deep right field is still in the sun. And now the 1-1. Line drive, leaping play by Swanson. He drops it, picks it up, and throws to first and get him. Arise may have stopped running. Dansby slightly misjudged his jump. As he went up, he was starting to come down as the ball got to him, and he dropped it. But it fell right at his feet. He lost his sunglasses. That didn't distract him. He picked up the ball and fired it to first, and Arise was out by a full step.
Well, I think what happened for Arise is he starts angling like he's going to round the bag at first, or he just stops and then just takes off, and you know, because he thinks Dansby's going to catch this ball, and he does not, and it ends up being an out at first.
Manny Machado, the batter, swings and misses.
That was an odd play because I did not watch Arise. You're watching the ball, you know, go to Dansby, and I think because he jumped, it hit him in the palm of the glove and came out.
Machado hits a high fly ball to right. Might be playable for Bush. Over near the first base dugout. Yes, he makes the catch. And that's a big second out in the inning. Machado retired. And it brings up Jackson Merrill.
So far, the first two at-bats with Tyone against Tatis and Machado. A strikeout and a flyout to Dansby, or to Pete Armstrong in the first, and now a punch-out and now a pop-up for Machado here in this inning.
Here's a line drive down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit off the bat of Jackson Merrill. He's going for two. The throw to second base, not in time. He's got a double. Merrill pulling one, the left-handed batter getting a two-base hit. And the Padres have their first man in scoring position in the game. As the Cubs still lead 2-0, the batter is Xander Bogaerts.
Caleb Thielbar, Cubs left-hander, is warming up in the bullpen. J-Mo, that was a pretty good pitch, and Merrill just hooked that ball down into the corner. That was a great swing.
Bogaerts flying to left his first time. Right-handed batter. Merrill dancing away from second. And the pitch in there for a strike. Cubs got their runs in the second inning. But they had 2 runs in the bank with the bases loaded and nobody out, and could not do any further damage. The 0-1 bouncing ball toward third, foul ball. Foul ball, bobbled by Shaw, but it became irrelevant when the umpire, Ben May, signaled foul. What do you like on 0-2?
Well, I think what Tyone likes is he's been spinning the breaking ball 0-2. I think he feels like he's got very good command of his hook. So he's been throwing it to the right-handers down and away, and that's what he's been going with. This fourth inning is sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card, member FDIC, EHL lender.
The lead at second by Merrill. Fans vocally and physically rising to this moment. And now the 0-2. Just outside, 1-2. Tried to hit that outside edge with a fastball. Now do you come back inside, Ron?
I would say you spin a breaking ball away. I do not like pitching Bogaerts inside. He has got a very quick bat and has been on time so far this series.
There was the breaking ball low and away. 2-2. Ryan O'Hearn, a left-handed batter, is on deck.
Game 1 of this series, Bogaerts, if you remember, hit 3 balls right on the button.
Cubs leading 2-0 in the fourth. 2 outs, a man at second. And the 2-2 pitch fouled away on a check swing. That pitch fooled him. Still 2-2.
Another good breaking ball and little 3/4. Just a lot of times you do that and you end up putting that ball in play.
Infielders will try to knock down any sharp ground ball. And the pitch low in the dirt. Blocked by Kelly. 3-2. Again, a left-handed batter is on deck. Breeze blows toward left, and it will give the ball some carry at this moment. Tyone ready for the payoff pitch. On the way. A little fly ball, shallow left center. Going out is Dansby Swanson. He's got it. Dansby got a good jump. He ran back with his head looking over his shoulder and then turned to face home plate and made the catch to end the inning. 4 shutout innings for Jamison Tyone. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Cubs 2, Padres nothing on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs playoff baseball. Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10-2 on the score.
Hey, welcome to Everything Outdoors. Can I help you find anything?
Hey, yeah. Can you point us to the camping gear?
Sure, aisle 2.
How about fly fishing? Just bought a new Nissan Pathfinder and we're ready to get back to it.
Aisle 7.
Snowboarding? Our Pathfinder's got intelligent 4x4 and we want to hit the backcountry.
Oh, aisle 18.
And where are the boats?
Back of the store, but are you sure you can do all this?
Oh, yeah. Up to 6,000 pounds towing. We're good to go. Oh, where's the scuba department?
Return to rugged in the 2025 Nissan Pathfinder. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com. Available intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Towing capability varies by configuration. See owner's manual for important safety information. For well-qualified buyers, example 0 down payment, 16 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 11/3/25.
Back to school has come and our fall routine has begun. Busy nights just got easier with Wild Fork. From ready-to-heat pastas and marinated chicken to chef-crafted meals that go from fridge to table in minutes. Whether it's a quick dinner before practice or a fast heat and serve breakfast, have the biggest variety of meat and seafood in your freezer all the time. Wild Fork is ready when you are. Chicken drumsticks for $120 a pound or organic ground beef $5.60 a pound when you buy 2. Order online through our website or download our app.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags resist rips, tears, and leak. Strip that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty. Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app. And league leaders are sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home, guys. You look at the National League playoffs, the Dodgers hitting the team high, league high, 373 after sweeping the Reds. Shohei Ohtani going to pitch game 1 of the NLDS. Looking forward to that. Hey, they tell me I'm going to play the Benny's Beverage attendance game. Am I part of that too?
Yes, you are, David. There's a slight entry fee for you, but not a big deal.
I'm good for it, Pat.
Carson Kelly will take a strike from Michael King.
the new right-hander appearing for the first time in this series. We'll make our guesses in the Benny's daily attendance game as we move along. Here comes the 0-1. A little looper, shallow right field. That's going to be a base hit. Soft single for Carson Kelly. I'll guess that we have 41,014. David, I try to make my guesses palindromic.
I noticed that, Pat.
Whenever possible.
I appreciate how you're consistent each and every day. So you've got 4-1-0.
1-4.
1-4. All right, that's a good one. I'll go second, Coom.
You fire away.
41,576.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the batter, swings and misses. Pete had a bloop run-scoring single that began the scoring in the game back in the second inning. Whenever a guy does that run, you hope it loosens him up and he goes on to have a real big day. There's the 0-1. Pete will take outside. He had a lot of big days during the regular season, that is for sure.
I like that he just took that fastball up and away. I will go 40,900.
Okay, 40,900.
Machado in on the grass at third. Pete takes low and inside. The reason that surprises me, Ron, do you recall Pete Armstrong bunting toward third base for any hits all year long?
No, but the issue is him showing bunt with 2 strikes in game 1. So now the Padres are going to play just in case he decides to do that.
This ball is outside, 3-1. Let's see if he gets something to hammer.
3-1. That's what we were wondering. If Pete just decided to just take some pitches, he was going to hit with a count in his favor for sure.
The pitch by King, taken for a strike.
There you go.
And now 3-2.
That was a fastball outside corner at the knees. Not a bad take by Pete.
Kelly, not a big base stealer, takes his lead on the full count pitch. He's not going. The pitch fouled away. Pretty good rip.
He had a great swing at a fastball. Middle, maybe just a little above the knees, but it was a strike. If he gets strikes, his swing is fine. It's just being a little over aggressive as a young guy in the league, and you can understand him.
It's a good gap in right center for Pete Crow Armstrong. Throw to first. Kelly dives back in. Almost a wild throw. And Rise had to come off the bag to the inside of the diamond and make a backhand catch at about shoulder level. Cubs lead 2-0. A runner at first, nobody out. And a swing and a miss on a fastball for out number 1.
Close out the loop on our Benny's beverage attendance game, guys. Paul Zarang comes in at 41,222.
So we're all set. And here is Dansby Swanson checking in. Dansby had a base on balls with the bases loaded to drive in a run his first time. Kelly is short lead at first. Swanson takes way outside, almost a wild pitch.
Dansby in that first at bat, as you said, Pat, walked. The bases loaded, but got behind in the count, 1-2, and spoiled some really good breaking balls and just really had a great at bat to end up walking and driving in a run.
Swanson will take a strike here. Cubs out hitting San Diego 6-2 and leading 2-0. One away, bottom of the 4th inning. Carson Kelly, the runner at first. Michael King on the mound for San Diego. Here's a pitch grounded, fouled, knocked down by a Rise, but fouled down the first base line. That was right in on the thumbs of Dansby Swanson. He's checking the bat to make sure it's not broken or chipped.
Two-seam fastball running in hard. King has great movement on his fastball. Gives you a little 3/4 delivery, but has that ball running in hard on the right-handed hitters.
Cubs got their 2 runs in the second. They lead 2-0. A ball and 2 strikes on Swanson. And now Dansby chops it foul. Swanson played on a World Championship Atlanta Brave team a few years ago. He has stated publicly he would love to be part of a Cubs World Championship team as well. Slightly open stance. He's got power. And the pitch outside, 2-2. Dansby seems to be seeing the ball very well. Here comes the stretch for the 2-2. It's on the way. Swing and a miss, strike three. He got him on a low changeup, and that's out number 2.
Pretty good breaking ball by King. He's one of those guys that gives you that three-quarter delivery. So it's fastball, slider, sweeping hook, and change. And that one outside corner, a little circle change. He had Dansby out in front.
Here's Matt Shaw. He struck out his first time. And Matt takes a big roundhouse curve low and outside. Ball 1. That ball broke about 3 feet.
Left-hander Wandy Peralta warming up again for San Diego.
Shaw trying to keep the inning alive. Takes a bender for a strike. Michael Busch on deck. Big crowd kind of quiet all of a sudden. 2 down, a man at first. Back-to-back strikeouts for King. And now the big right-hander ready. And the 1-1 is swung on and missed. A lot of movement on his stuff.
Yeah, he's got good movement. That's for sure. It's basically going one way or another, with that delivery from that kind of crossfire delivery. And he threw a big sweeping hook. Matty there.
Let's see if Shaw can put it in play here. The next delivery, swing and a miss, strike 3. Cubs got a leadoff single from Carson Kelly, and then Michael King struck out the next 3 batters. David Haw is going to join Ron Coomer in a moment. We go to inning number 5. It's the final game of this best-of-3 series. Cubs lead 2-0 over San Diego. On the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs playoff baseball, Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays, 10-2 on the Score.
Fall is a time for football, falling leaves, cozy fires, and of course, a fresh haircut at Great Clips. Whether you want a whole new look for the season or just a trim on a cut you already love, the skilled stylists at your local Great Clips salon are ready to bring it to life for less. With convenient online check-in, you can stop in whenever it works for you. And with the affordable prices at Great Clips, you'll save money for fall fun too. So what are you waiting for? Download the app today and get a fresh haircut for fall at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
You've changed jobs once or twice, maybe more. But chances are you didn't take your old 401ks with you every time. Now you can. PensionBee helps you easily combine your old 401ks into one PensionBee IRA, built with ETFs powered by State Street. Download the app today. PensionBee, a better way to IRA. Investing involves risk. Nothing presented here constitutes tax, legal, financial, or investment advice.
The folks at Tito's Handmade Vodka have been dog people since day one, inspired by strays found around the distillery. Tito's has been committed to supporting pets and their people through the Vodka for Dog People program. Tito's amplifies the work of animal-focused nonprofits across the country and beyond, focusing on low-cost spay and neuter services, affordable vet care, and adoptions. Between countless yappy hours, events, and dog-friendly workspaces, there's a reason Tito's is the vodka for dog people. Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc. Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
2-0 Cubs, top of the 5th inning. Cubs will make a pitching change. Jamison Tyone coming out of the ball game after 4 innings, 2 hits, 4 punch-outs, and throwing exceptional baseball for the Cubs here in the first part of the ball game. Caleb Thielbar will now enter the ball game for the Cubs. Veteran left-hander. He has had a great year. 2.64 ERA, and Thielbar has been a mainstay for the Cubs in their bullpen. First pitch to Ryan O'Hearn will be a slider up and in for a ball.
Coomer, 12 outs in. You surprised that Jamison Tyone is taken out at this point? I know Craig Counsell talked in terms of outs, not innings. What do you think?
This next pitch is fouled off by O'Hearn, counts 1-1. I think what you're looking at is pockets of the lineup that Counts wanted left-handed pitchers. So once Tyone got through the second time through the lineup, now this bottom half with all the lefties coming up, that's where he wanted the left-handed pitchers in the game. Next pitch from Theobald, good fastball right past O'Hearn. Counts 1-2.
Couldn't have really asked for much more than what you got out of J-Mo. He came in command, 60 pitches, 2 hits, struck out 4, and really was feeling it.
Next pitch, strike 3 call, good hook, outside corner by Theobald. O'Hearn didn't like it, excellent pitch.
Right where you wanted it to be. He did not like it, but there was no dispute. Look at the replay. Wow, right there. Nice framing.
Good pitch by Caleb. And, that's the one thing when you get veteran guys coming into the ball game, they're able to use, as we saw with Tyone, that's adrenaline, as a benefit. Next breaking ball and just missed off the corner away to Gavin Sheets, another left-handed hitter. So you got 3. You've got O'Hearn, Sheets, and Cronenworth, 3 lefties in a row, and that's that pocket for the left-handed pitcher we were talking about. Ground ball to the right side, through the right side for a base hit. Nico lays out for this ball but couldn't get to it. So it's 1 out. It'll be a man at first, and it'll bring up Cronenworth.
Sheets gets a base hit. I'm surprised they let him face a lefty. Mike Schilt doesn't necessarily like him against left-handed pitching, but maybe a little bit too early to make that change.
Yeah, that's part of it. I think right now you've got to look. You're down by 2 runs, so a man on at any moment. One swing of the bat ties the ball game. So do you make the move here in the 5th, or do you save your bench a little bit for the 7th or 8th inning? This first pitch by Theobald to Cronenworth.
Well, the urgency with pinch hitters may not be as great as it is with the pitching staff, because you saw him go to Estrada and not waste any time with getting Darvish out of that game. So it might be a little different when you're talking about pinch hitters.
Next pitch by Theobald, fouled straight back. Count 1-2. Daniel Palencia now warming up in the Cubs bullpen. Theobald to Cronenworth. Breaking ball, misses wide.
Do you think you might see Palencia this inning? It was the 5th the other day, game 1, and Craig Counsell now has started to push the buttons. I wonder what he has in mind, given the way the lineup gets right-handed.
Next pitch by Theobald, swing and a miss, strike 3. He gassed him up. Instead of going to the hook like he did earlier this inning, he throws the high fastball up and away. Perfect pitch by Theobald, second out of the inning. Cubs up 2-0, and it'll bring up Vermean. And now that pocket we talked about.
That's a pocket.
Where the left-handed hitters were in, you wanted to bring in the left-handed pitcher. That's exactly what Counts did. It's what he talked about going into the series. Theobald does his job, and now you're going to get Daniel Palencia. So Cubs will make a pitching change here in the 5th. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
We're talking Cubs playoff baseball on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Right now, for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson or the Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end November 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
The rumors are true. Assigned seating is coming to Southwest Airlines, so you can choose your seat when you book, not when you board.
I can sit with my family?
If you want.
But I need the window seat.
You get that window seat.
Excuse me, what if I'm really tall?
Congrats. We also have extra legroom seats.
Doesn't every airline do assigned seating?
They do now. Assigned seating is coming to Southwest. Expected to begin early 2026. Learn more at southwest.com/assigned seating. Basic fare excluded from seat selection and booking.
Pitching changes by the Cubs. They're sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. And David, we talked about the pockets. Counts talked about it. And after yesterday of getting away from the game plan, maybe a little on a hunch, and it didn't work, he's staying right with the game plan today.
This resembles the game one approach. By design, you go to your bullpen, you push the right buttons, and you go by the percentages. Yesterday, he got away from that a little bit. He said he wanted to believe in Shota Imanaga. He had confidence in him, did not pay off, and now we're back to going by the book.
Well, I just think this is how it's been set up. You look at, the way San Diego has set up their lineup with the 3 lefties in a row. You very seldom see that nowadays. And that's why, Theobald came in, and now it's Daniel Palencia. He'll face Freddie Fermin. His first pitch up and in, a little check swing, goes back to the backstop. That was a little high and tight at 99 miles an hour, and he got just a little piece of it and went back.
He's getting warm. He's getting warm. He's ready for the triple digits, crew. It's coming.
Well, 1 pitch now from Palencia, and another high gas fastball. Fermin checks the swing, 100 miles an hour at the top of the zone.
100 mph. Gasalencia.
Yeah. Fans have been electric all game long. They're waving their blue towels. They want a punch out from Palencia to finish the inning. Long set, 0-2. Just misses high. Appeal down to first, no swing. Todd Tishner says no. Believe that was the right call.
I think it was the right call. He caught himself. He doesn't look like he is exactly sure what's coming at him, but he caught himself.
Now the 1-2 from Palencia is once again a long set. And now the pitch. This ball's hit down the left field line. Fair ball going down towards the corner. Ian's going to cut this ball off in the corner and gets it in. And it'll be a double for Freddie Fermin. He got an inside heater and just got the barrel to it. Didn't hit it that hard, but hit it in the right spot. And that is pretty incredible that he got the barrel of the bat to that ball and dumped it just inside the line.
Like he was timing it up the pitch before when he checked his swing, and then he gets that down the line. And good job by Ian Happ getting that back in, so holding Sheets to third base.
Now 2 outs, 2 men on, and it brings up the dangerous Fernando Tatis Jr. First pitch to Tatis. He takes a heater for a strike. That's gas at 100 miles an hour.
It is Tatis, Coombs, so I have to wonder, first base open. Cross your mind at all to put him on.
You get the top 3 guys are really good for the San Diego team. I don't know if he's going to have Palencia try to walk a guy, as now he's at 0-2 on a check swing for Tatis.
Also, it looks like Tatis might not be seeing the ball that well today. 2 strikeouts, and he just seems not to be himself at the plate. Big moment here.
Palencia in the set. 0-2 pitch, 2 men on. Cubs up 2-0. Breaking ball misses wide. Palencia on the year in 54 appearances, 2.91. The story, though, is the triple-digit fastball. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball to right. Routine for Suzuki. Comes in, makes the catch, and that's a big inning for the Cubs. San Diego, 2 men on, 2 outs, and do not score. Great job by Palencia to come in and shut down the Padres at the top of the 5th. You're listening to The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
We're talking Cubs playoff baseball on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
What if you had the smartest Wi-Fi? If you did, it'd be Xfinity, of course, and it'd come with their best state-of-the-art equipment. It would boost speeds to the devices that needed them most, prioritizing your most important connections, whether you were streaming, gaming, or gaming while pretending to work. And it would let you stream 4. That's right, 4 games on one screen. It would even power your mobile connection so you could bring faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds with you where you use it most. It would be proactive and fix problems before you knew you had them. Impressive, right? And it would have security features that protect you from threats at home and online. Kinda like a force field for your life. If you had the smartest Wi-Fi, well, everything would work together seamlessly to keep you connected, no matter what. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply.
Hey, Coom here. Fall in the Midwest. It doesn't get much better. Cooler nights, crisp days, and yes, postseason baseball. Whether you're gathering around the fire, tailgating with friends, or locked in every pitch, there's one beer that fits the moment. Yingling Traditional Lager. Rich, smooth, and brewed with real character by the oldest brewery in America. Lager is perfect this time of year. Yingling Traditional Lager, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
The Flight of W presale opportunity remains open for fans looking to purchase select tickets to additional potential 2025 postseason games at Wrigley Field. Starting with the NL Division Series, sign up today for the chance to unlock presale access. And we have a pitching change by the Padres. Wandy Peralta is in the game, and all pitching changes here by opponents are brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com.
Now, veteran left-hander Wandy Peralta in the ball game. Cubs flip their lineup over for the third time. Michael Busch will lead off here in the bottom of the fifth inning, and Peralta throws the disappearing ball to Fermin as he didn't catch it.
Cross up there?
Right at his mask. I don't know.
That did not look like he was expecting what he got.
Yeah, that's you can't call that a strike, so ball one. Wish he takes fastball in on the hands, but it hits the inside corner for a strike. Counts 1-1. Cubs with 6 hits in the ball game through the first 4 innings. Cubs up 2-0 here. It's been a very intense ball game. Wish he takes that pitch inside. Fans have, as Pat has mentioned many times, playoff baseball here at Wrigley is just unique.
Waiting to erupt, hoping that 2 runs that they do have, that there was a momentum killer when they weren't able to take advantage and score more, because it seemed like it was that big of an inning. It looked like it was going to be something more. As you said, though, playoff baseball is all about high leverage situations. What relief pitcher do you go to? Estrada did the job.
Yeah, he really did. And wish he fouled that ball off to the left. Counts 2-2. Wind still blowing out towards the left field corner, but not blowing much. So the ball is going to carry here at Wrigley. That pitch jams Michael Busch in the infield. Machado, it's a fair ball. It bounces. Now Machado is playing with the shift at the shortstop position. This ball bounces right behind the third base bag in fair territory. You couldn't hit a wedge any better than that. That's perfect placement. Base hit for Busch. Comes with the leadoff man on.
That's a line drive up the middle in the box score, Coom.
I haven't thrown one of those back when I played for 17 years.
Never, but look at the strange bounce it took, and Machado's waiting for it to go foul, and it doesn't. Michael Busch on first. Cubs have a base runner.
Nico Horner will come to the plate. Nico's 0 for 2 in the ballgame. He's grounded out to short twice, and they've got Nico both times on off speed. Big hole on the right side of the diamond as Nico takes the first pitch from Peralta well up and away.
He's looking at that and sees it as obviously as you just described, because it is there, and that would be perfect place for him to try to
shoot a ball behind the runner.
Shoot it right behind the runner.
Next pitch to Nico. That one catches the outside corner. Perfect pitch. Right on the outside corner. Counts 1-1. Especially for Nico because he has been out in front of some off-speed pitches. Bushy with an average lead in this little tailing fastball, misses wide, counts 2-1. Said fastball. The scoreboard says change and 90 miles an hour, but that could very well be right. Peralta does have very good arm.
He's got good velocity.
Ground ball, 2 hops to short, to second, to first, 6-4-3 double play. And
nice turn there by Cronenworth.
Bogarts catches this ball, never does use his bare hand. Just catches the ball with a little shovel with the glove to Cronenworth. And they get the speedy Nico Horner on
nice
6-4-3.
Casual shovel. I wondered when he did that. Nico, with his good speed, might beat it out. He did not, because that was just too routine of a play.
2 outs, 2-0 Cubs, and it'll bring up Ian Happ, and now with Peralta, the left-hander on the mound, he'll flip over to the right side, and he takes a fastball. Keep saying changeup. I keep thinking it's a heater, but it's a changeup away, right on the outside corner for a strike. Next pitch to Ian, another changeup. I'll call it right this time. 89-mile-an-hour changeup on the outside corner. Nico just cued that one off into the bat right at the Padres dugout.
It'd be nice for the Cubs if Ian Happ could get going. Struck out swinging in the first, popped out foul to first in the third inning. Now from the right side of the plate, you hope that he could get going. They need him in that 3-hole to start producing.
Next pitch misses wide. Counts 1-2 to Ian Happ. 23 bombs on the year and hits one right on the button over the left fielder's head, and one hops into the ivy. Sheets did not think he hit it that hard, and it went right over his head. 2-out double for Ian Happ, and that is as hard a ball as he's hit in the series.
Good timing by Ian Happ, getting going, turning him around from the right side, just took advantage of that. Right over Gavin Sheets' head. We have seen him play left field and the outfield on the south side for the White Sox. No, it's not his real natural position, Cube. And that one, he just didn't have a chance. Ian Happ got all of it.
Yeah, that's an absolute bullet. Now, that was a four-seam fastball, and Peralta made a mistake and threw that ball in the middle of the plate, and Happer made him pay. We'll have a little meeting on the mound. It'll bring up Kyle Tucker. Tuck has 2 hits in the ball game, and boy, is that good news for the Cubs to see Kyle Tucker putting some balls in play and getting some hits.
It's great to see him get on base. Watching him get there, Coom, did you see him gingerly jogging? He knew it was a base hit. He didn't have to run hard. Seeing him spend as much time on the bases earlier, though, you wonder, because he hasn't been on the bases much, what toll it takes, because he still looks like he's favoring it.
Well, whether he's favoring it, whatever it is, and I'm not quite sure, he's protecting it. That we can say for sure, because he is
calf, Achilles, you don't quite know, but you know he's playing hurt, and I think you can see he's obviously compromised a little bit, but it hasn't affected his stroke, and you hope that he's getting that back.
2 out in the inning. Cubs up 2-0 here in the 5th. It's an electric day here at the Friendly Confines. Tucker at the plate. Peralta, left-hander. I would assume Peralta will try to stay away from Tuck with some breaking balls. See if Kyle can wait back on some of these hooks from Peralta and drive into Cubs' 3rd run. Peralta set, and now the first pitch way inside, almost hit him. It's one way to set up the breaking ball, throw it right at the guy's hip.
This was a matchup the Padres had to have wanted. They have the lefty against Tucker, faced Michael Busch. You knew they were probably going to turn Ian Happ around, but this is why he's on the mound right now, so they must like what they see, and now it's up to Kyle Tucker to make him pay for that.
1-0 pitch now to Tuck, and that one almost hits him. 2-0. Back-to-back 2-seam fastballs right at Tuck's front hip, and he got out of the way of both.
Two of the Padres have Suarez warming up in the bullpen, and the Cubs have Drew Pomeranz for them.
2-0 pitch coming up. Here it is. Tuck hits one hopper right at Cronenworth. Hit it off the end of the bat. And that will end the inning. That was a little slider away to Tuck. Didn't quite get it. It definitely broke his bat. Cubs leave a man on. 1 hit in the inning, or 2 hits in the inning, but Cubs leave a man on. You're listening to The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs postseason baseball talk on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
The rumors are true. Assigned seating is coming to Southwest Airlines, so you can choose your seat when you book, not when you board.
I can sit with my family
If you want,
but I need the window seat.
you get that window seat.
Excuse me, what if I'm really tall?
Congrats. We also have extra legroom seats.
Doesn't every airline do assigned seating?
They do now. Assigned seating is coming to Southwest. Expect Expected to begin early 2026. Learn more at southwest.com/assigned seating. Basic fare excluded from seat selection at booking.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Do you have a plumbing emergency? Call Four Seasons. An electrical emergency? Call Four Seasons. A heating or cooling emergency? Call Four Seasons. Same-day hot water tank installation needed? Call Four Seasons. Need a whole home generator? Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, and no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays.
For all the right reasons, call it 664 Seasons.
From the first pitch to extra innings, Sea Glass is your invitation to relax and recharge. As the official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sea Glass brings the refreshing flavors of California's Central Coast to wherever you are, whether it's in the stands or on the couch. So pour yourself a glass and slide into your coastal state of mind. Look for Sea Glass in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Sea Glass, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Hey, Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Now that the playoffs have arrived, clinch a spot in history for your business in Bedford Park. Visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
Well, let's see what's on tap here in the sixth inning. Sponsored by Flight by Yingling, the next generation light beer. And the Cubs have not put one in flight, but they are up 2-0, Patrick.
Daniel Palencia still on the mound. And in this sixth inning, San Diego will have the 2, 3, and 4 batters coming up. Arise, Machado, and Merrill. Cubs got their 2 runs back in the second inning. Palencia to Arise. First pitch outside for ball 1. If you're just joining us, Cubs got their 2 in the second inning. Kyle Tucker single to right. Seiya Suzuki double down the left field line. Carson Kelly then was hit by a pitch. There is a strike. With the bases loaded and nobody out, Pete Crow Armstrong blooped an RBI single into shallow center. And then Dansby Swanson drew a bases loaded walk to force in the second run. The 1-1 pitch line toward the middle. Glove by Swanson. Picks it up, throws to first. He got him. What a play by Dansby. A smash up the middle. He had the ball bounce in and out of the glove. He was on the outfield grass run, and it required a strong throw, and he was up to the occasion.
Gets a great break on this ball, gets a glove to it. The ball, fortunately for Dansby, he doesn't feel it cleanly, but it stays right down underneath him, and he just picks it up and throws a bullet across the diamond and get Arise by a step.
One down, Manny Machado the batter. Cubs lead 2-0. Machado takes low. Machado has lined out to center, a play on which Crow Armstrong made a nice sliding catch, and then he fouled out to first. Valencia brings it. There's a pitch inside. Didn't miss by much. 2-0. Third straight low-scoring game. Here's a swing and a foul back and out of play. You kind of expect low-scoring games, Ron, in the postseason. Game 1 was a 3-1 Cubs win. Yesterday, a 3-0 San Diego victory. And today, another low-scoring ball game. 2-0 Cubs in the sixth. Machado takes inside 3-1.
Well, and I think you and I have talked about this many times, and in all the playoff games we have done, these are the best teams, the best pitching staffs in all of baseball. That's why you're playing in October.
3-1. That's going to be a strike. Machado was ready to take a walk. That brought the crowd to their feet.
Good little cutter, slider type pitch from Palencia. This ball gets a lot of the strike zone. And Machado didn't like the call, but definitely a strike.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch. It's high for ball 4. Machado draws the walk. One away and a man at first, the batter Jackson Merrill. Thanks to all of our great sponsors. Village of Bedford Park. This date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Jackson Merrill, left-handed batter, 1 for 2. Hits a ground ball to short. Swanson's got it, steps on the bag, throws to first. Double play! Double play ends the inning. Dansby grabbed the grounder, ran over. The timing was impeccable. As soon as he stepped on the bag, he was throwing to first and avoiding the sliding Machado. You can't do it any better than Dansby just did. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Cubs 2, San Diego nothing. This is The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Experience design you feel in every detail, and technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Well-qualified buyers get 0.9% APR financing on 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX, $1,000 purchase allowance on Envision, $250 purchase allowance on Envista, and $500 purchase allowance on Enclave. Must be a current owner of a 2011 model year or newer non-GM vehicle, or a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer non-GM vehicle for at least 30 days prior to new vehicle sale. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 11/3/25.
Fall flavors come alive on Chicago's North Shore with theater premieres, farmers markets, Oktoberfests, and Big Ten football at Northwestern's amazing Lakefront Stadium. Plus, festive fall colors are right around the corner. Explore Chicago Botanic Gardens' 27 spectacular gardens and check out our favorite patios for alfresco dining. See why locals and tourists alike love Chicago's North Shore. Plan your fun at visitchicagonorthshore.com. That's visitchicagonorthshore.com.
The Village of New Lenox is at the crossroads of opportunity. Come see everything that New Lenox has to offer. Go to newlenox.net today and start the adventure. New Lenox, it's extraordinary.
Seiya Suzuki is on deck, and who's on deck for the Cubs is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com.
Billy Williams is here. They just showed a picture of him. He's in one of the luxury suites, and he looks good, and he looks excited like all the rest of the Cub fans in attendance today.
I can promise you this. He would love to be able to grab a bat right about now and whistle one in the left center for a double.
You know what he would say? It might take me a couple of weeks to get ready. No longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah, just 2 weeks. Yeah.
Seiya Suzuki leads it off against Robert Suarez. Seiya had a big double in the second inning. He scored one of the 2 Cub runs. Here's the next pitch, lifted foul off to the right out of play. This date in baseball history, 1995, the Yankees and the Rockies became the first wild card teams in the new Major League Baseball playoff system. 1995, and of course, this is the wild card series between the Cubs and the Padres. Here's a pitch down low, and it should be noted, Ron, that wild card teams have gone on to win 7 different World Series.
That's right.
Seiya waiting for the 1-2. He'll poke it foul back to the screen. Suarez, a very hard thrower. Carson Kelly on deck, and then Pete Crow Armstrong. It has been 2-0 ever since the second inning. When Crow Armstrong singled to drive in a run, and Swanson walked with the bases loaded. Here's a pitch in the dust.
Well, I think for any fan, if you wonder, how do you manage in an elimination game? This is all you need to know. Suarez this season has 40 saves. It's the 6th.
Now the 2-2 on the way. A swing and a high fly ball to center. Playable for Merrill in his tracks. And the center fielder makes the catch. It was a good swing, but Saya got under it, and that's out number one. Well, Ron, it's a different type of game. When you get to this point, it doesn't matter if there's a save situation on the line. You just go with your very best pitchers. You have them all lined up.
Yeah.
In order, you use your very best guys until they can't go anywhere any further, and then go to the next guy.
Yeah, you had to squash the Cubs' threat, and that's what they're doing right now.
Kelly loops one shallow right center. Base hit. Carson Kelly gets his second hit of the day. He's been on 3 times. And let's see if that leads to a rally as Pete Crow Armstrong is coming up.
Veteran catchers had a good series. You think about on base 3 times today. They hit by pitch, 2 singles. Game 1, the massive home run that he hit in the 5th inning to put the Cubs up 2-1.
Here's the pitch to Pete. Fastball away. Sometimes when a guy has been struggling and he gets an RBI single in his first at-bat, it changes everything about the way he feels.
I still think Pete should go up the home plate and take a strike.
The next offering, swinging a foul back. That was a letter-high fastball at 99 mph. Cubs leading 2-0, batting in the bottom of the 6th inning. With 1 down, Carson Kelly at first, being held by Luis Arraez. Machado in on the grass at third. And Crow Armstrong fouls it away, 1-2. According to the data available to us, no activity in the Cub bullpen, so Daniel Palencia will continue for the time being. Robert Suarez ready. And the 1-2. Upstairs for a ball. He's seeing a lot of pitches up between the shoulders and the letters.
Yeah, he is not. Very seldom have the Padres made a mistake and thrown a ball down in the zone.
And now the 2. Outside, 3-2. Kelly is not a base stealer, but would he be moving in this spot?
I would say no, just because of the ability of Suarez to strike guys out and Pete chasing some pitches out of the zone.
Kelly is short lead, not running. There's a pitch fouled away. Pete fouled away a tough pitch. It was a fastball over the outside edge and about, I'd say, belt high. Did a good job to make contact. Fans are on their feet at Wrigley. The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive, base hit, right center field. Over to pick it up is Tatis. Stopping at second is Carson Kelly. Pete Crow Armstrong, his second hit of the day. And the Cubs have 2 men on with 1 away, trying to add to their 2-0 lead.
It's a couple times now that Pete has been able to at least extend the at-bat to get it to full. And when he does that, then it forces the Padres to throw him a strike. And when they have, he's gotten 2 hits. So that is definitely some movement in the right direction for Pete Crow Armstrong.
Big spot now for Dansby Swanson. That's a very important run out at second base and a fairly important run over at first base. Cubs lead 2-0. 1 away. The pitch to Dansby. Breaking ball is inside. Ball 1. 1 out singles by Kelly and Crow Armstrong. This amazing crowd standing in most cases. The 1-0. Dansby chops it foul. Had a healthy swing. Swanson had a bases loaded walk in the second inning after Pete Crow Armstrong drove in the first run with a single. It has stayed 2-0 from the second. as we are now in the 6th with one away and men at first and second. Suarez brings it. Swing and a miss. And the count now 1-2. That was an off-speed pitch down around the ankles.
Suarez throwing about 100 miles an hour with the fastball. That was a change. 91.
That's a fast change.
Yeah, it is.
Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Swanson chasing another pitch that was out of the strike zone, down low. And it's up to Matt Shaw.
Back-to-back changeups to Dansby. Get the punch out. Now let's see if Matty can put a ball in play.
Cubs leading 2-0. 2 outs, 2 on. 6th inning. Shaw has struck out twice. He will take outside, ball 1. Let's pause 10 for ID. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs playoff baseball. Spiegel and Holmes afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
Shaw takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Over 40,000 in the house. We'll get the exact figure in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game a bit later on. The lead at second by Kelly. Crow Armstrong at first. Shaw will take outside. Didn't miss by much. 2-1. Matt Shaw trying to come through. And the pitch. Inside. 3-1. He should get something to hit because I'm looking in the on-deck circle at Michael Bush.
I would agree. I like that Matt has not been up there just swinging because he is another guy that they have not thrown a lot of strikes to.
At 3-1. Swinging a foul out of play. 3-2. The outfield shading Shaw toward right. In other words, they don't think he's going to pull the ball against the flame-throwing Suarez. Sheets, the left fielder, 90 feet off the line. There go the runners. The pitch, swing, and a miss, strike 3, and the inning comes to an end. The Cubs threaten but walk away empty-handed. We go to inning number 7. Cubs 2, San Diego nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
We're talking Cubs playoff baseball on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at Sloan.com and go Cubs go!
Dear baseball fans, swing into action with Toyota's 2025 lineup. Leading off, the RAV4, a utility all-star that delivers in the clutch. On deck, the spacious Grand Highlander, followed by the fuel-savvy Corolla. Next up, our slugger Tacoma, bringing upper deck power every at-bat. And rounding out the lineup, the playmaking all-hybrid Camry. For more, visit Toyota.com or your local dealer. Toyota. Let's go places.
At Wintrust, our approach lets Cubs fans show their pride anytime, anywhere. With the Cubs debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, you don't just swipe, you make a statement. It's like a megaphone for your wallet, broadcasting Cubs pride with every transaction. Visit wintrust.com/Cubs to choose an eligible account and score your Cubs debit card. That's wintrust.com/Cubs. Wintrust, different approach, better results. Cubs debit card is not available at all Wintrust Community Banks charters. Member FDIC.
Fall is here, and it's a great time to buy at American Sale. Pools, patio sets, hot tubs, and grills, up to 70% off and get 0% financing. American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Daniel Palencia out to start the 7th inning. He will face Bogarts, O'Hearn, and Sheets. 5, 6, and 7 hitters. To the point in the game where I think managers start getting guys ready in the bullpen just in case, even before the inning really gets underway, Ron.
Yeah, you can't afford to have even a 2-hitter span and let things get away from you without being ready for it, especially now in the last 3 innings of an elimination game.
Bogart's 0 for 2. The pitch chopped foul as Bogart falls at the plate. He swung and his feet just gave out from under him. He's sitting near home plate.
Let's see where this ball gets him. Oh, yeah, right on the top of the foot.
That's why he fell.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Bogarts has flied to left and popped out to short. Padres no runs on 4 hits. Cubs 2 runs on 10 hits.
Catch of the game tonight. That's sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Discover the weekend getaway in Des Moines where only the S's are silent. Find all the fun at CatchDesMoines.com. How about that sliding catch by Pete early in the ballgame?
Excellent play. Here comes the 0-1 from Palencia. Swing and a miss. What are you thinking on 0-2 to Bogarts?
I just don't like throwing him inner half. So if you want to throw fastball away, slider away, you can pick it. I just not. I'd stay away from the inner half to Bogarts.
Here comes the 0-2. There was a breaking ball outside as if he was listening to you, Ron. Same idea here?
Absolutely. You got, either pitch you could go with, but definitely away.
Now the 1-2. Swinging a line drive, base hit to left. That was a hanging breaking ball. And Bogarts lines out a clean single into left to start the San Diego 7th inning.
Yeah, he went with the breaking ball, but threw it right in the middle of the plate, and that's what we were talking about. You throw that ball and you leave it in the middle of the plate. Bogarts does a very good job of getting the barrel of the bat to the ball and smoke that ball to left.
Valencia is going to leave the game. Drew Pomeranz is coming in, I believe. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. And we'll be back with more in a moment. Cubs lead 2-0. The Padres have a man at first here in the 7th inning on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Coom here. Fall in the Midwest. It doesn't get much better. Cooler nights, crisp days, and yes, postseason baseball. Whether you're gathering around the fire, tailgating with friends, or locked in every pitch, there's one beer that fits the moment. Yuengling Traditional Lager. Rich, smooth, and brewed with real character by the oldest brewery in America. Lager is perfect this time of year. Yuengling Traditional Lager, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Oh, this Bosch motor saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity-mider saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it.
Beep-bop-beep-bop, mider saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
7th inning stretch right around the corner. Looks like Ryan Dempster and Jake Arrieta are going to sing right from our booth. Good to see both of those guys. As Drew Pomeranz now prepares to go to work on Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn, the tying run at the plate. Bogarts at first being held by Bush. Cubs lead 2-0. Nobody out, 7th inning. Lefty to lefty, first pitch strike, 0-1.
Fastball right at the bottom of the zone, down the middle of the plate, right at the knees.
Pomeranz ready to go again. The next pitch, check swing. Did he go? No swing. Boy, that was close. It was both a close pitch and close on the check swing. That could have went either way with the pitch. Right at the knees, outside corner, borderline. Lefty to lefty, the tall southpaw fires again. Swinging a foul at the plate. What's on your mind on 1 and 2? He's gone with all gas so far in this at bat to O'Hearn. One fastball down, one down and away missed, and then that one inner half, but down. Everything's been at the knees. You might be able to spin something here and get the swing and miss. Now the 1-2. Fastball away. Didn't miss by much. 2 and 2. Suzuki well off the right field line over toward the alley against the left-handed batter. Short lead at first by Bogaerts. And the 2-2. Up and in, almost hit him. And that's ball 3. That came very close to grazing him in the right shoulder. That was really high and tight. In our monitors, we're getting another look. Yeah, that was way up and in. O'Hearn did a good job of getting out of the way of that ball. That one almost hit him in the bill of the helmet, believe it or not. So now a 3-2 count on Ryan O'Hearn. Cubs leading 2-0. Fans start to stand, and now time called by O'Hearn. Time called actually by the umpire. Pomerantz was in the set position before O'Hearn was ready, and the umpire stopped. DJ Rayburn stopped the action. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, shallow left center, playable. Pro Armstrong is there. He's got it. And that's out number 1. Big pitch by Pomerantz after a couple pitches on both sides of the plate, one up and in. Then this fastball down and in beats O'Hearn, and he just hits the routine fly ball.
Guys, Brad Keller warming up in the Cub bullpen. Brad Keller getting ready.
Thanks to David Hall for that item, as Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, is out to discuss how they want to work to Gavin Sheets. What might this conversation entail? Or possibly a pinch batter run. That might be the conversation. Yeah, it's going to be Iglesias, which is what happened in yesterday's ball game. You know, we talked about these pockets that, and that's Council's word, pockets of left-handed hitters that San Diego has put together, you know, and 3 in a row. So now they're going to pinch hit with Iglesias because Pomerantz on the mound being a left-hander. Jose Iglesias, even with the bag at third, is Shaw. Iglesias had 3 home runs and 306 at-bats. He hit .229 for the year, and he'll take down low for ball 1. Cubs would love a ground ball if they could turn right now. 1 down, 7th inning. Cubs lead 2-0. The runner goes, the pitch. It's a strike, throw to second, not in time. A stolen base against the left-handed pitcher. And Bogaerts swipes second. I don't think the Cubs are going to challenge the call. Throw takes Nico up the line, and the tag on the backside, and they're going to challenge this. That is close.
Chicago's challenging the state call at second base.
Nico with a great tag coming across in front of the runner, catch and sweep tag. That's exactly how they teach you to do this. And that's what happened to Nico when he was trying to steal second. The throw is up the line a little bit, and they came in and were able to tag him in the shoulder. Nico tagging the headfirst sliding Bogaerts. Now the question is, was Bogaerts' hand on the bag before or after he got tagged in the backside by the glove of Nico Hoerner? It's a close one. It's real close. Yep. Now, from our vantage point, it looks like the runner beats the throw by a lot. But because the Nico comes up in front, he's able to catch and tag. This very easily could be overturned. This is very close. I was a little surprised, Ron, with them down by 2 in this spot that he would be stealing in this situation. How about you? Yeah, same.
This is one of those things, if you're going to run, you got to make it.
The call on the field stands. The runner's safe.
The call stands. Very close play. And it is a stolen base for Bogarts. 1 down, 7th inning. Cubs lead 2-0. Jose Iglesias still at the plate. The count 1-1 on him. The tall left-hander, Drew Pomeranz, glancing back at the runner, brings it. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Now in the late afternoon, the lights have been on for several hours, starting to have a little bit of effect. Pomeranz ahead. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away by Iglesias.
After breaking ball in, that last pitch, four-seam fastball running away from Iglesias.
Cubs leading 2-0. Almost everyone standing at Wrigley. And the 1-2. A little line drive. Caught by Horner. Throws to second, not in time. Great catch by Nico Horner. It was a soft line drive. He jumped and came down and then reached up and caught a snow cone. Great catch by Nico. Not an easy play.
I do believe Nico, it was kind of hit like a changeup and kind of fooled him a little, but he was able to make the play.
2 down, 7th inning. Holding at second was Bogarts. Jake Cronenworth due up. The crowd is in a frenzy here at Wrigley. Cronenworth has always been a dangerous left-handed batter. Here's the pitch by Pomeranz. It's taken high for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 on the way. A high fly ball to center. Heather Armstrong is there, backpedaling. He's got it. No runs for San Diego. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs lead 2-0. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life. Here are a couple of Cub legends, Ryan Dempster and Jake Arrieta, ready to sing. Ryan Dempster.
All right, Cub fans. I love a good duet, so let's bring in 2015 NL Cy Young Award winner in 2016, World Series champ Jake Arrieta.
Chicago, let me hear you good and loud.
On 1, on 2, on 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if we ever get that orange fruit. Root for the crowd. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
In St. Pete, Clearwater, you can chill by the crystal clear Gulf.
And stroll downtown St. Pete's galleries and murals.
And hang with the locals at a fishing pier.
And escape to secluded white sand beaches.
Secluded, huh?
Yeah. And they're spectacular.
And then grab a sandwich at the Grouper Capital of the World.
And maybe a nightcap at a rooftop bar with sunset views.
Okay. In St. Pete, Clearwater, you'll find just what you're looking for.
And then some.
Your Florida escape begins at visitspc.com.
Quick reflexes and powerful traction. That's what it takes to steal bases and own the road. Atturo Tires delivers unbeatable grip when it counts, just like a crucial stolen base that changes the game. Visit Atturo.com and steal an unbeatable deal today.
Johnson, the new left fielder for the Padres. Michael Busch will lead off for the Cubs here in the bottom of inning number 7. Cubs leading 2-0. First pitch swung on and missed. Robert Suarez still on the mound for San Diego. Busch with a couple of hits today. Takes outside. Busch a single to right. Bounced into a double play and then had an infield single. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss by Busch, and the count now is 1-2. This crowd is incredible. What an atmosphere they create at this great old ballpark. Here comes the 1-2. Busch will take just outside. Adrian Morejon, a left-hander, starting to throw for San Diego. He got the win in yesterday's game. And now Busch drives one in the air. Deep right field. This ball's got a chance. Gone!
Michael Busch, one of the hottest hitters on the planet, going into this playoff, comes up big in Game 3.
Cubs lead 3-0. Michael Busch with a drive over the right center field fence. It cleared the 368 marker and landed about 2 or 3 rows back. And the Cubs now lead by 3.
Do you think this crowd was ready for a blast from someone in a blue uniform? Woo!
Nico Horner, the batter. He'll take a strike.
Fastball inner half to Michael, and he knew it as soon as he hit it.
Nico hits a drive to deep left center field. This ball is back toward the wall, and that ball is off the fence. And Nico's going to have a double. Listen to this crowd.
Nico misses going back-to-back by 2 feet. That ball hits right at the top of the ivy. Just misses the basket. I thought I would see it land in the basket the way it was going. The wind right now hardly blowing. If this is 2 innings ago, that ball's a home run.
That might be a big run. Mike Schilt, the manager for the Padres, is going to make a pitching change. He's going to bring in the left-hander Morejon. Nico Horner with a double. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs leading 3-0, trying to win this best-of-3 series and advance to the National League Division round against Milwaukee. We'll be back in a moment. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
We're talking Cubs playoff baseball on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
Experience design you feel in every detail, and technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Well-qualified buyers get 0.9% APR financing on 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX, $1,000 purchase allowance on Envision, $250 purchase allowance on Envista, and $500 purchase allowance on Enclave. Must be a current owner of a 2011 model year or newer non-GM vehicle, or a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer non-GM vehicle for at least 30 days prior to new vehicle sale. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 11/3/25.
That's a very big run out at second base right now for the Cubs.
Nobody out. Cubs lead 3-0. Home runs by Cubs batters. And, of course, we just saw one a minute ago from Michael Busch. Another hefty home run. The official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty. Strength that's anything but ordinary. And this crowd is anything but ordinary today. What a great audience at Wrigley. Not that I'm surprised, but constantly amazed. Ian Happ now will be the first batter to face the lefty Morejon. Pickoff throw to second, not in time. The inning began with a Michael Busch home run. Nico Horner just missed a homer, doubling off the left center field vines. And now the Cubs trying to increase their 3-0 lead. Lights beginning to have more of an effect. Here's a bunt out in front of the plate. Good bunt. The throw goes to first in time, and that's going to be out number 1. I wonder if Ian Happ did that on his own, Ron, or if it was called for. What do you think?
I don't know, but I like it. If you're struggling at the plate and and that is not neat, that is not Happer's strongest side this season stat-wise. He does the next best thing and advances the runner and has a good quality AB. Earlier in this series, if you remember, he rolled over the ground ball to third and hit into the double play from the right side. He gets the bunt down here.
Kyle Tucker batting with a man at third, infield in, 1 away. Tucker already with a couple of hits today, facing the left-hander Morejon. And the pitch inside for a ball. How would you be approaching this at-bat?
I would absolutely be trying, if I were Tucker as a left-handed hitter, to get a ball away and drive this ball at the 368 mark in the left center field. Between the 400-foot mark and the left center field mark, and try to get it elevated.
Here comes the 1-0 swing and a foul back. That's one of the best cuts we've seen Tucker take in the last couple of weeks.
He got a fastball inside, and he was on it. We have not seen him really look to turn and get off a great swing. That was the swing we saw in May and June from Tuck.
Cubs lead 3-0. Bottom of inning number 7 with 1 away. Horner leads in foul territory at third. And the pitch. Fastball just outside. Didn't miss by much.
Hey, that pitch. Outside corner. You could go either way. And Tucker, one of the best in baseball at not chasing that pitch on the outside part of the plate. Just off the strike zone.
Lefty to lefty, the 2-1. Swinging a bouncer toward first. Horner heading home, the throw to the plate. It's going to be in time. Nico tried to slide head first, but Arise fielded the grounder, fired to the catcher, Fermin. Fermin waiting for Nico, and that's going to be out number 2.
This at the plate is closer than you think.
Okay.
Yes, Nico's head first dive. He gets his hand, I think it's his left hand, in there quite a bit closer than you think. They are going to challenge.
As it stands, Tucker would be at first with 2 down, but they are going to challenge that one, and all challenges, those involve managerial challenges and instant replays, they take a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. The crowd now responding and reacting to what they see on the video board, Ron.
I saw a tag from Fermin. Instead of it dropping down on the edge of the plate, it goes up and into Nico's shoulder instead of touching his fingers. And because of that, Nico's hand has a chance to slide underneath the tag.
They're going to watch this one several times. Extremely close play. Nico reaching for the plate with his left hand, which had a glove on it, and trying to scrape the fingertips of the hand across home plate as the catcher Fermin is reaching back behind his left knee, trying to slap the tag on Nico.
Now, our camera angles and our shot when they stop it right at the key moment gets a little blurry and you really can't quite see. The whole question is, does he tag the arm as it's sliding in, or does he tag the shoulder? If he tags the shoulder, Nico is safe. If they think he got the hand, the glove, the wrist, or the arm, he's out.
And again, they're going to watch it several times. I'm not surprised it's taken a minute or two, and it might take another couple of minutes before they finalize their decision in New York at Video Central. And here it comes.
Runners out.
So the original call stands. He is out at the plate. And now there are 2 down.
That's one of those plays at home plate where I don't know. They got the call on the field, and I don't know if they had an angle well enough, good enough, and clear enough to where you could overturn that call.
3-2 on the put out at the plate. Tucker takes over at first. The batter is Seiya Suzuki. Cubs lead 3-0. And Seiya will take a strike. Let's see if Seiya has some good swings against the left-hander. That wind is blowing out very invitingly now toward left.
Ball was absolutely jumping the left field in batting practice.
Now the next pitch. And that's going to be a strike, 0-2. Cubs leading 3-0. The third and decisive game of this series in the best of 3. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and the inning is over. But the Cubs get a home run from Michael Busch. A run on 2 hits. We go to the 8th inning. Cubs 3, Padres 0. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
You're listening to Cubs Playoff Baseball on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cancer doesn't follow a script, and neither do we. At Loyola Medicine, our experts personalize every treatment, including advanced options like intraoperative radiation therapy. With compassion and precision, we fight for better outcomes every day. At Loyola Medicine, tough is what we do and who we are. Visit loyolamedicine.org/tough.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're on a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
Make smooth cuts with the Bosch Miter Saw. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
3-0 Cubs on an electric night here at the Friendly Confines. Top of the 8th inning, and this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today, Cubs need 6 outs to advance, Patrick.
8th inning run, lots of drama at Wrigley. We are in the twilight hour now here at beautiful and famous Wrigley Field in Chicago. Lights are on. Sunset time, clouds with that beautiful reddish color in the sky. As Freddie Fermin will take a strike from Brad Keller. 0-1.
I don't know how you feel, but the clouds and all that would look good with the W flag flying up above our scoreboard here in about 6 outs.
I think any kind of sky would look good with that flag. Strike 2 called. 0-2 on Freddie Fermin. And the pitch, Fermin takes a breaking ball low. The top of the order to follow. Tatis and Arise after Fermin.
I think, and that's why Keller is in the ball game here in the 8th instead of the 9th.
The 1-2 misses outside.
You're looking at Fermin, then Tatis, Arise, and Machado. And they don't give a stat for going through the 8th inning, but this is all about getting your best reliever out there against their best couple hitters.
Fouled away, 2-2 on Fermin. The attendance today, 40,895. And Ron Coomer was the closest in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. The pitch, line toward left. That's a base hit. A leadoff single by Freddie Fermin. And back to the top of the order for Fernando Tatis Jr.
Pat, I would like to wish a happy birthday to Coach Jim Hall, my high school baseball coach that you know also. Turned 75 today. They are listening. I know they're listening tonight. But happy birthday, Coach.
Fernando Tatis Jr. will take down low for ball 1. Tatis today struck out twice, both of those against Jamison Tyone, and then flied to right his last time up. Here comes the 1-0, swing and a miss.
Excellent slider by Keller. Bottom dropped out of that one. Tatis swung right over the top of it.
Infielders looking for a ground ball, something they can turn. And the pitch, swing and a miss. What do you like on 1 and 2?
You got options. Whatever you feel you can command and stay out of the middle of the plate and get it either running in hard on Tatis or spin it down and away. I think you'll go down and away.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Keller strikes out Fernando Tatis Jr. Good hard sinker, it looked like.
Ooh, yeah.
And that's out number 1.
That is about as good a sinker as you're going to see. 97 miles an hour. And this starts out inner half like a good pitch to hit. And it explodes going inside under the bat of Tatis.
Luis Arise Jr. takes inside. Arise, if I read that properly, Ron, he was trying to let that ball hit him in the right leg.
He knows he needs to get on base. His job right now is to get on for the guy behind him.
Arise is nothing for 3. And the pitch. And he takes a wild pitch. That ball goes back to the screen. And down to second goes Freddie Fermin. And I'm almost surprised that Arise tried so diligently to get out of the way of that pitch instead of letting it hit him, Ron.
Well, I think that's called 98 miles an hour.
Yeah. But if he gets on, you've got Machado, the tying run on deck.
Yeah, your job right now, if you're Arise, one thing and one thing only, to get on base.
Tommy Hodevy, the pitching coach, out to settle down Brad Keller. Keller has given up a single. He struck out Tatis, but now it's 2-0 on Luis Arise. And you just can't walk Arise here. Not with Machado on deck. So I'm guessing some of that conversation was go after him.
Yeah.
Fans are standing in a frenzy at Wrigley. The pitch to Arise is low, and it's 3-0.
This has got to be a fastball you split the plate with.
Arise will be taking all the way, and he does. It's a strike, 3-1. He might be taking another one.
Yep.
Cubs 3, Padres nothing. 8th inning. There is strike 2 called. Again, Arise taking all the way, and now the fans will start to rise, both physically and vocally.
I do the same thing again. I wouldn't take a chance. I would make Arise swing the bat and see if you can get him to hit a pop-up or a ground ball at an infielder.
3-2. Bouncing ball slowly hit left side, charging, short hopping. Swanson throws to first to get him. Excellent play by Dansby Swanson. For a moment, I thought Shaw was going to try to cut in front of him, but Dansby had the better play and made it. And there are 2 down.
I think it's a good play by Dansby. I think he calls Shaw off as he takes one last step and then calls that ball and cuts in front and makes the play.
2 down, Machado the batter. Fermin is the runner at third now. Machado taking outside.
Boy, and this is an entirely different at-bat with Machado at the plate with one man on instead of Arise making it to first and him being the tying run.
Machado today lined out to center, fouled out to first, and walked. He swings and misses. He got fooled on a good sharp slider. 1-1.
Hardest working player and players of the game brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Everybody that's been in this game.
This ball is on the outside corner for a called strike 2. Fans making a deafening noise. The pitch. Ground ball to short. Swanson's got it. Throws to first. Gets him. Brad Keller puts a 0 on the board in the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cubs 3, Padres nothing. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Dansby Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
What if you had the smartest Wi-Fi? If you did, it'd be Xfinity and it'd come with their best state-of-the-art equipment. It would boost speeds to the devices that needed them most, whether you were streaming, gaming, or gaming while pretending to work. It would even power your mobile connection so you could bring faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds with you where you use it most. If you had the smartest Wi-Fi, everything would work together seamlessly to keep you connected. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply.
Hey Cubs fans, do you have a plumbing emergency at your home or business? Call the All-Stars at Plumbers 911. Available 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Licensed, highly trained plumbing professionals ready to answer your call. Call today. 1-833-PLUM-911. Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be. With high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees. Other books may charge you just to get on the field. But with Circa Sports, you can swing away with every bet. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear, 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
Your team, your players, your postseason. Follow all of the postseason action. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. Time for the final out-of-town scoreboard sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now. Instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Tigers eliminated the Guardians 6-3 earlier today. And tonight, after this one, the Yankees are in Boston. The Red Sox are in New York, deciding that series in the American League.
Okay, David, thank you. 40,895 at Wrigley. Cubs lead now 3-0, batting in the bottom of the 8th inning. Carson Kelly up against David Morgan, a right-hander. And Kelly fouls it back. Let's see how we did in the toast of the game. Ball player presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. It's the official champagne provider of the Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And Ron Coomer was the closest. We were all in that same neighborhood. Here comes the 0-1. Kelly chops it foul. But the number of people here is not nearly as relevant to me as the electricity that they've created. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really has been. And you expected it tonight. This is one of those games.
Sure.
I think Cub fans, they're great fans. They're knowledgeable fans. Here in the city of Chicago, and they were coming here. They were ready to go. They even moved the game back for them to let them get a little more ready before the game.
Kelly takes outside for a ball. Speaking of Benny's, it's time to think about the toast of the game ball player. Several candidates there, no shortage. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. Now the 1-2 to Carson Kelly. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's out number 1.
And I think the toast of the game ball player, I think there's so many guys that have done things to affect this game. Everybody that's been in this game for the Cubs has been the toast of the game ball player. Just that simple.
Here is Pete Crow Armstrong. Pete having a good day. A couple of singles. He drove in the first run of the game with a single in the second inning. And the pitch on the way to Pete, a swing and a miss. And if he would get on here, it would be a good time to try to steal a bag.
Yeah, you just keep on trucking, try to steal second and third if you can. Absolutely.
The 0-1 from Morgan. And he'll bring it. Swinging a line drive, base hit to right. Pete Crow Armstrong, a string of good at-bats today, and that bodes well for the upcoming games for the Chicago Cubs.
Well, there's been nothing wrong with Pete's swing. The swing is just fine. You watch him hit, and he is just fine. It's the at-bats and getting strikes. The teams are not, especially San Diego in this 3-game series, has not thrown him a lot of strikes. Now, this game, they've thrown him some strikes. He's got a few hits. He's got to be off and running here soon.
He's got a big lead already. And Morgan chases him back with a toss over. Arise bluffing the throw back to the mound, hoping to get Pete dancing off the bag. That is one of the oldest tricks, and it almost never works.
Huge lead.
The set, he's not going. Swanson swings and misses. Dansby had a second inning base on balls that drove in a run. Michael Busch had a solo homer in the 7th inning. 3-0 Cubs, bottom of the 8th. Padres in the 9th inning are going to have Merrill, Bogarts, and O'Hearn due up. Pete's running, pitch inside, throw to second, safe at second base. Big jump, stole it much more on the pitcher than he did on the throw by Fermin, the catcher.
I'm kind of glad Cronenworth's leg was there. I don't know if Pete would have stopped till he got in the left field. And they're going to challenge this, I believe. This is late in the game, so they can ask for this. Very close.
Yeah, it's one of those where the swipe tag knocks the hand of Crow Armstrong off the bag.
Well, and the other thing, too, is he goes in and he pulls the left hand back, goes in with the right hand. Does the hand come disengaged from the bag? That is the issue. Now, I think he's going to be safe. His body, the left hand comes disengaged, or the right hand comes disengaged. He pulls the left one back, but the body starts sliding over the bag and just knocks the leg of Cronenworth out of the way.
Close play. Pete went in head first. Safe the call by Mike Malinsky, the umpire. He was right on top of the call. But the Padres are challenging this one, and they're watching it over and over in New York City at Video Central.
I'll tell you, we've had you talk about some close looks on replay calls. My goodness.
Fans watching the video board in both left center and in straightaway right.
Manager's challenge here, an instant replay. They're taking a second look. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. This is going to be another one. They're going to here they go.
The runner lost contact with the base. It will be overturned. He is out. San Diego both are out.
He has ruled to have overslid the base, and he is tagged out. Again, the swipe tag by the second baseman, Cronenworth, knocked his hand off the bag, and apparently that's why he's called out, Ron.
He's called out. He beats the play, but he comes disengaged from the bag. As he goes in with his hand, it hits the bag. He's safe. The hand comes off the bag, and then the body gets to the bag, but they say there was a period where the tag stayed on him, and he came disengaged.
So he's caught stealing. 2 down. Dansby Swanson with a 1. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning. Lights have just about taken full effect now here at Wrigley. Now the 1-2 from the right-hander Morgan. And Swanson checks and takes low and away in the dirt. Cubs trying to win their first postseason series since beating the Washington Nationals in the National League Division Series back in 2017, 8 years ago. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Time to fasten those seat belts. Give them an extra tug. We go to the 9th inning. Cubs 3, Padres nothing. You are listening to The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
We're talking Cubs playoff baseball on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
Make your house a home with premium paints and stains from Benjamin Moore. Achieve long-lasting color and beauty with Aura, Regal Select, and Ben for interiors. Or protect your exteriors with Element Guard and new Woodlux exterior stains. Available exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Their high-quality products ensure a flawless finish every time. Ready to start your next project? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Benjamin Moore. See the love.
Being pregnant and finding out you had cancer. I'm Robin, and that was me. But my oncologist, orthopedic surgeon, and high-risk obstetrician at Northwestern Memorial Hospital created the safest chemotherapy plan, so I didn't have to choose between my life and my baby's.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News and World Report, Robin's team collaborated to deliver a healthy baby and mother, performing a C-section then cancer removal the same day. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
The Volvo XC90 is equipped with 7-seat versatility for surprise team practice carpools. Dynamic storage for when quick stops at the antique market turn into a whole new living room set. With Google built in for when you choose the road more exciting. And innovative technology and advanced safety features for all your precious cargo. The Volvo XC90. Designed for life. Visit volvocars.com/US to learn more. Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
9th inning brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Now, Patrick, 3 more outs is what the Cubs need.
Fans are standing. Something tells me they're going to be standing for the entire half inning. RBIs by Cubs batters, sponsored by Old National Bank, where results and relationships matter. Get old. San Diego batting in the 9th inning. Jackson Merrill leads it off and takes outside. Remember, Machado made the final out in the 8th inning, so he's somebody you don't have to worry about. At least not for the time being. The 1-0 is in there for a strike.
Keller splits the plate with that 1-0 pitch right down the middle.
The 1-1. High fly ball, deep right field. Going back is the right fielder at the wall, and that's going to be a home run. Suzuki ran out of room. It's a home run to right for Jackson Merrill, and the Padres are not done yet. It is now a 3-1 ball game.
We talked about it. The ball is going to carry well here tonight. And that one was a high, deep drive and just kept going right out of the ballpark.
Merrill hit 16 during the regular season.
Guys, Matthew Boyd and Andrew Kittredge warming up in the Cub bullpen. Matthew Boyd, Game 1 starter. Andrew Kittredge, Game 2 opener, both warming up in the Cub bullpen.
Xander Bogaerts, the batter. He'll take down low. Cubs out hitting San Diego 12-7 and leading 3-1 in the ninth inning. Nobody out. Bogaerts checks and takes a strike. 1-1.
A slider from Keller there.
Keller, big man, pretty quick worker, delivers inside. It's 1-1. Make it 2-1. Getting close to a station ID here. Here's the 2-1, and that's low. If Bogaerts gets on, the Padres would get the tying run to the plate. Let's see if Keller can come back and get him. The 3-1 on the way. Strike 2 call.
Bogaerts didn't like the call. It hits the outside corner.
Players on both sides, both dugouts, up on the top step, leaning over the railing, watching with extreme intensity. Here comes the 3-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 call, 1 down. Bogaerts caught looking. Bogaerts didn't like the call by DJ Rayburn. He thought it was outside. Mike Schultz coming out to argue. He's going to get tossed if he puts up an argument. One down, ninth inning. Let's pause 10 for station ID. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs playoff baseball, Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, 10 a.m. to 2 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
Hearn. And the 0-1. That's a strike. 0-2.
This copyrighted broadcast presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be written. Consent of the Chicago Cubs, sponsored by Walner Law. In a car accident win with Walner, 3-2-1-8 million.
Low for a ball. Cubs 3, Padres 1.
That's Evelyn Wood's speed reading if you didn't get that.
1 away. Top of the ninth, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes. And the Padres now get the tying run at the plate. O'Hearn got nailed pretty good. He's limping as he goes down the first base line. And this is not over yet.
That's, just throwing it as hard as you can throw it and pulling it across the zone, and no chance. This ball hits O'Hearn in the right knee, on the side of the knee. That hurt. Designated hitters today, Pat. They're sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later, skip the rush. And the meat of the order, last piece of business, presented by Chef IQ. Sense never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
Bryce Johnson is due up, and he represents the tying run. Keller stays in the game. 1 away, top of the ninth. Cubs trying to hang on, leading by 2. Johnson, a left-handed batter. The runner at first will not be held by Bush. Here's a bouncing ball to Bush, but it's foul. Foul ball. 0-1.
Boy, I'm surprised after that pitch that hit O'Hearn that Johnson came up swinging at the first pitch.
Bryce Johnson, 76 at-bats this year, hit .342. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. What do you like on 0-2?
Strike three.
It gets right to the point.
Yeah. I would say if you could throw something out or half, that would be the best.
Here it comes. Low and outside, 1-2. You can tell he's trying to keep the ball down. Trying to induce a ground ball if possible. Bush now playing in back of the runner at first. That's O'Hearn. And the 1-2 on the way. Inside, that ball hits the batter. Johnson gets hit by the pitch. And now two men are on. Cubs are looking at that call. It hit the dirt, I believe, and then bounced up and hit the leg of the left-handed batter, Johnson.
I think this is like a split, I think, from Keller, and he just holds on to it way too long, and it bounces well in front of home plate and bounces into Johnson, and that's going to bring Craig Counsell to the mound.
Of all things, back-to-back hit by pitches here in the ninth inning. And now the tying run is at first. Jake Cronenworth due up. And Andrew Kittredge is coming in from the Cub bullpen. And we'll take a timeout. Cubs pitching changes. Brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. We're in the ninth inning. Padres threatening. They have a run in and two men on. The Cubs lead 3-1. Lots of drama when we come back on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Matthew Boyd. Pat and Rom call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be. With high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees. Other books may charge you just to get on the field. But with Circa Sports, you can swing away with every bet. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Padres down by a 3-1 score, but they have men at first and second with one away in this ninth inning. Jake Cronenworth is the batter, and he's also always had a little bit of pop from that left side. Kittredge, the bearded right-hander, going to work. And the pitch down low for ball one.
Cronenworth hit .246 this year, 11 home runs and 59 driven in. Cubs looking for a ground ball.
There comes the 1-0 from Kittredge. And Cronenworth swings and fouls it back. And Cronenworth had extra bases on his mind with that swing.
The runner at first, Johnson, good speed.
1 ball, 1 strike. Cubs lead 3-1, ninth inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2, Ron. What do you like here?
I like that same pitch. Great sinker by Kittredge. That ball ran off the plate away. Perfect pitch.
Cronenworth is 0 for 3 in the game. And now the 1-2 stretch and the pitch. Bouncing ball slowly past the mound. Shaw's got it. Throws to first. And it is just in time. Close play. Shaw had trouble getting the ball out of his glove. Out is the call on the field. Let's see if the Padres challenge that call. It was close. And they are going to challenge.
San Diego's challenging the out call at first base.
It was the final step that you said where Shaw was going hard to his left. This ball's not hit very hard. It just gets past the mound. And it gets past the mound.
They got him.
The question is, Bushy keep his foot on the bag? If he does, he's out. He's out by a half a step.
The throw was definitely in time. And like you said, Ron, the question is, did Michael Busch keep the right toes on the bag when he received the throw? I believe he did.
Yep, he's out. There's no doubt.
The Colton field is confirmed. Runner's out.
He's out. 2 down. But now there are runners at second and third. So the tying runs are in scoring position with 2 down in the top of the 9th inning. And Freddie Fermin, the number 9 hitter, ready to step in. Fermin, 2 hits tonight. Here's the pitch by Kittredge. A swing and a high fly ball to center. Pete Crow Armstrong is there. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's got it. Pete Crow Armstrong made the catch in relatively deep center field. The Cubs have won the ball game. They have won the National League Wild Card Series battle against San Diego. And Ronnie, not surprisingly, it went right down to the final at-bat.
It never gets easy. Great pitch. A little pitch away. Get the routine fly ball. And who better to catch it in center field than Pete Crow Armstrong to finish up this wild card series? The Cubs win Game 3. They will advance and head to Milwaukee.
And I hear Milwaukee is pretty this time of year.
We're going to find out.